today's tardy show, I'm going to talk about Willow again. Mike's got us covered with the Christmas covers. And on the horizon, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's your empty wallet. Welcome to your favorite live streaming whatnotting podcast, Comics and Collectibles in the Crawl Space. As usual, I am your fourth or fifth favorite podcasting host, Kevin. And also, as usual, I've got two amazing co-hosts with me today. You want to say hey, Patrick?
Hey, everybody.
And then, of course, the amazing Michael.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, guys. So did you guys notice some changes in the intro there?
Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Good.
Yeah.
Mike?
I was surprised to see it.
Huh? What'd you say?
Surprised to see it.
Yeah. You know, we talked about it, I think a couple weeks ago, making some changes in the intro because things have become more of a not changing, but just stabilized in a certain place. So I figured that would be a good way to kind of set it that way, right?
Yeah.
It was nice, right?
Yeah. It was just the one thing, right? Congratulating Johnny.
Oh, you missed the middle part. You missed the best part.
Oh. All right. Rewind.
Okay, here we go.
No, I'll watch it later.
Did you catch it that time?
Okay, yeah. I saw the Johnny with a question mark. I think I was coughing at the.
Oh yeah. Got Johnny running out over the hills and valleys to the house with Kirsty and Island.
Right, I got you.
And that was why I was speaking to Johnny this morning. And yeah, he's got crazy things going on, so he said he couldn't be here for the show. But when he sees that, I hope he enjoys it.
Yeah.
And of course, it's sincere. And we'll do that intro for a while. You know, I guess we're doing 2 short shows still on Christmas and New Year's. So at least for another 2 or 3 episodes, I figure we'll keep that up. I figure it's kind of a nice thing, right?
Yeah. Good.
You tell I'm proud of it?
Yeah. All right, thanks for tuning in for today's show.
Yeah. As we're already tardy, I'm gonna just change everything to 1:30-ish from now on for sure. So you know, we barely beat. Huh?
That's only for the viewers. Our prep time still needs to be the same.
Exactly. No. Yeah, I'm gonna still plan on sending invites out at 12:15 for y'all. But just the viewers, they'll understand the honest truth that, you know, it's ironic. The first time I change it to 1:30, she'll be one of the few times we actually make it to 1:15. So anyway, that's how it always works out. But anyway, on with the show. So Mike, we want to set up the profits for it, right?
Yes.
All right.
He promised surprises and he's delivering, just like Santa Claus.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. Another Christmas surprise there. And I like to, of course, point out my intent in case people miss things. But of course, it's a Christmas themed show since this is our last full show before Christmas. But also, or actually, this is our last show before Christmas, regardless full or not, because the next show is actually on Christmas. But anyway, then since it's a little kid I did this time, she can't stand still. She's like dancing around while she's waiting for you to show the results, and it's so that was pretty good too.
Yes.
Sweet, rocking the show so far. Okay, Mike, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, here are the covers for 10 books coming out this Wednesday, December 21st. The Xcellar Group and our families have selected our top 3 favorites. In order for you to win the Profits contest, you must choose the covers that make up our top 3. Post a comment during this live stream of the 3 covers you've selected. The cutoff time for your submission will be announced at the beginning of the Pick 3 segment. Winners will receive their choice of 1 book from these 10. We'll send it to you free and even cover the shipping. I was just sitting here thinking I should have just picked 10 Christmas themed covers from, the past, and instead of the new books coming out.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think you did the right thing because you managed to get 2 Christmas covers in the 10 books coming out. So I think that's a good mix.
That's true. Yeah, there we go.
All right, Pat, before we move on, I need to ask you, what's up with the name? Fill me in on the secret.
Yeah. You've never seen that episode, that Christmas episode of The Office, or maybe you just forgotten about it. He's sort of like a Krampus character.
Oh, yeah. See, I totally forgot about it. Even though you're pointing it out, I remember it based on that, but I didn't remember that's the name of that character, huh?
Yeah, right.
Nice Office reference. Sorry, I missed it. Hopefully the other people, we've got a few true Office entrepreneurs, or not entrepreneurs, aficionados on our in our audience. So hopefully it isn't lost on them. Did you catch that right away, Mike? Did you remember?
No, I didn't remember either.
It has one of my favorite lines of the whole series. I swear, I'm not going to even tell you guys. You guys have to go and rewatch it. But
which season?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what season it is. But
was it early with Michael though? At least
I'm not even sure about that because honestly,
okay.
They kind of sort of blur together sometimes.
All right. Well, I'll just have to watch the whole series again, which I don't have a problem with. So.
Just Google the Belsnickel Office and
gotcha. And it'll tell me what episode.
Yeah, even if you just wanted to watch that little segment, it's up on the Office YouTube channel. So
okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And I'm sure once I see it, I'll remember it. I'm sure Mike will be the same. So
yep.
If Tyler were here, he'd probably be calling us all negative things because he remembers it perfectly. So thank God he's not here. And all we have is a nice Patrick not giving us a hard time. So, all right, Mike. So we're up for the real deal now.
Yeah.
I'm super, super duper uber excited. Not only as I usually am just for cover combat results in general, but also because you've got everything streamlined. We're all on point today. We got the Bells Nickel. We got a new intro. We got a Christmas profit set up, and now an awesome cover combat, right, Mike?
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, hey, what's up, Tyler?
Just in time for the cover combat.
Can I what?
Just in time for the cover combat.
Third time's a charm.
Can you take that away?
Just in time for the cover combat.
Perfect.
Hold on.
All right, you go.
Mike, can you take that away for a second?
Maybe.
What's up, Tyler?
What's up?
Couldn't say what's up.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
All right. Let me say all these things first. Don't say anything. Okay. Mike, first of all, what were you starting to say when I started the cover combat video that I cut you off? What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh, the issues with the small pictures last week.
Oh, you were just going to give them a teaser of what they're in store for. Okay, gotcha.
What we were
Sorry.
talking about, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Secondly, yeah, no changes to the cover combat video. I didn't have that kind of time. So sorry. Hope that doesn't disappoint anybody that was like, oh, okay, everything's changed so far. Let's go. And then no, the video changes are over. Lastly, welcome, Tyler. I was just talking about you. Is that why you got on, or were you planning on getting on now anyway?
No, I just got home from New Dimensions and grocery shopping.
So you haven't seen any of the show yet?
No.
All right. What's up with Patrick's name?
It's different.
What's up with it though?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I'm shocked.
I don't feel so bad about myself now.
Me neither.
Belsnickel. What's that?
Tell him, Pat.
You,
Am I gonna feel dumb?
Yes.
Your dad's pumping you up as a huge Office fan. You remember that Christmas episode?
There's a
Dwight-
few.
Dwight dressed up as Belsnickel.
Yeah. Is he? What's he wearing?
A Belsnickel outfit.
Well, what's it look like?
Sort of like a Krampus Santa Claus deal.
Is it like brown?
Are you impish or admirable? And he has the handful of wooden sticks. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know what's hilarious?
What?
Is that I have the Office Pop advent calendar, and I opened that one today.
Prove it.
Swear to God.
I was just getting ready to say I'm going to end Tyler's agony here. But I'm serious. The next question I'm going to ask Tyler when he gets. Tyler, let me ask you this before you.
Is this
There
it?
he is. Yep, that's him.
Okay, so Tyler, be completely honest. When you opened that, were you like, what the heck is this? Or did you know then?
No, I recognized it, but I couldn't remember which episode it was from or what he called. I thought he called himself the Christmas Cracker. Because it looked like he was holding a whip and a bat.
Well, that's an awesome coincidence.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. And then I got this. This is why I was pumping him up, Pat, because Tyler, how many times have you rewatched the whole series, The Office?
At least 12 times. Like, that's minimum, though.
Right. I know. I would have guessed 20 at least.
It's been over a year now since I have watched it on any consistent basis.
But for
So
like 3
memories
years,
are
you
starting
watched
to
it
fade a
every
little.
day, right?
Say what?
For like 3 years, you watched it every day, though, right?
Yeah.
But there's so much content that you can't remember all of it. And
Right.
in
Yeah.
rewatching, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. How did I forget that?
Yeah, because it would always at least be in the background. So we weren't always just paying attention to it. But that would be funny when we'd run through seasons over and over again. It would be like 6 rewatches before we caught a certain episode again because it was just always on, you know?
Yeah. And your dog came to love it too, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a positive from this and say Tyler has saved face for Mike and I that he's watched it and he didn't even quite remember it too. So me and Mike will lean on that even if we'd seen it 20 times, we still could have forgotten. But shout out to Patrick remembering an awesome reference, and thank the Fates for Tyler opening the pop of Belsnickel on today's advent calendar.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. When we get it all open, I will take a picture and show all of them. There's a bunch of good ones.
That is a really cool one. Are they all, so they're all Christmas episode themed character pops? No?
No. I've only opened a few so far. We're getting into the last week till Christmas. So this was the first like real Christmas themed one.
Yeah, okay.
So, but most of the characters have like a funny moment. Like Kevin's pop is him holding his pot of chili.
Oh yeah, where he draws that. Yeah.
And then Jim's is when he's golden face. So it's a bunch of funny ones too, but a lot of them are normal.
Gotcha.
I know this isn't the Horizon segment, but they did So that Office Advent Calendar came out last year. This year, there's a Walmart exclusive 4-pack, but I haven't seen it. It's not available on their website, and on eBay, it's going for like $50. I think it's only supposed to be like $17, which is overpriced in itself. For four
Are they regular size pops or tiny?
No, they're 4 little pocket pops, just like Tyler's Advent Calendar.
Yeah. There's so many of those Advent calendars that I want to get one every year.
50% off at GameStop, I think, today.
Yeah, we've been talking about those pretty much every episode for like a month now because I failed to get one this year too.
Not too late. Then you get to open 19 of them
all at one time.
Well, it's a combination of busy, broke, and it being the 18th. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm busy being broke.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, welcome Tyler showing up for the I'm assuming at least the Cover Combat 2 segment, maybe more. Welcome. Good to have you.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
What'd you say, Mike? Sorry.
Said it was a bloodbath this week.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see it. Now we're ready. Sorry, we totally hijacked you there for a minute, Mike.
Let me get back through all this clicking and figuring out which ones I've got to share and all this stuff.
Okay, I'm going to say this while Mike's doing that. Pat, this is a compliment too. If you were like me and you were wearing a Santa hat with that shirt you got on and of course your beard, man, you would totally be pulling off Santa right now.
Yeah, I should have thought I had a little bit more.
It's a good fit. We're a good combo. We can be Santa. I got the top. And you got everything below the brim and down.
Yeah, I was trying to find a little hat for Hellboy up here too, but I never got around to doing that either.
This is my. I've had this hat. Tyler, did you make this? Oh, Tyler's gone. I think Tyler made this for me when he was like real little, like 5, something like that. So I've literally had this. And it's just got this really cheesy dad on it. I've literally had this for like 25 years. I don't know whether you can really see it or not, but you see it on there. It's all peeling off, but it's what I wear forever. So, all right, Mike, did I cause you to go back because I was talking about my hat and you wanted to show it, or did something go wrong?
No. Yeah, I'm having, what do you call it?
Technical difficulty.
There you go. Technical.
All right, now if Tyler's back, then I'll continue the conversation. Tyler, did you make this for me?
Yeah.
How old were you? Like 5, 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was 5, exactly 5.
All right. We'll run with it. Okay, cool. That's what I was guessing, somewhere around there. You were definitely really little. So that would make this thing 15 years old. That was supposed to be funny on the math. All right, tough room. Oh, man, I forgot to put in that new sound effect. Dadgummit. That would have been a perfect crickets moment. Dadgum. I need to write that down.
All right, let me try this again.
All right, we're ready. Okay, well, Mike's figuring that out. Tyler, just to let you know, too, and Patrick, maybe you didn't see this because I think it was during the same conversation regarding Cover Combat 2 about sound effects. I figured out how to put sound effects in the show.
Yeah.
Did you have any ideas besides for laugh track and the crickets?
Yeah, not really.
Okay, Tyler, let me know if you have any ideas.
Yeah.
I've already got the applause.
We can see it, Mike.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Mike. Sorry, I should have said that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see on my phone. The show's delayed on my phone. All right.
All right, I'm paying attention to the comments. So
Okay.
All right.
Keeping my screen small.
Yeah, just interrupt me if you need to on the comments because I'm not going to see them. When you put them
All right. We'll do.
All right. Okay, so let's see if this works out. Here we go. I'm nervous. There we go. The first matchup.
Very nice.
Wonder Woman 51 versus Darth Vader 25. The winner here had 52% of the votes.
Close one.
Very close. Yeah, I was gonna say if you had the sound effects, we can kind of do like a lightning strike, boom, whenever I throw it up there.
The audience is happy about that one.
Yep, Wonder Woman 51.
That was a tough one. That was probably one of the last ones I chose because they're both awesome. So I'm happy either way on this one. This is obviously a gorgeous cover. So.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next up, we have Black Widow. What is that? Deadly Origin. I can't remember the deal. Deadly Origin number 3 versus Harley Quinn number 1. And the winner here had 71% of the vote.
Pretty easy pick. Pretty easy pick, apparently.
A little bit of a landslide here. The winner is Black Widow number 3.
Nice.
Yeah, it's these real painted looking.
I completely agree with this win. This one was way better than the Harley Quinn, in my opinion. Harley Quinn wasn't bad, but I don't think this was a even matchup here.
All right. Next up, we have Fearless Defenders number 5 versus Uncanny X-Men number 10. The winner here had 75% of the votes. That was a big
Another landslide.
X-Men.
Okay. I agree with this one as well. I think the other cover was not fitting for competing with this cover, you know. So it's a fun cover and I like it, obviously, because I'm a fighter. I'm a gaming fighter. Yeah, this is a
Yeah, some of these covers were victims of the actual matchup. You know, sometimes they'll their own against other ones here, but just the matchups worked out on some of them where.
I actually have made that comment regarding Cover Combat 1's winner, which I'm not even going to say what it is. We all know what it is. Anybody who doesn't know what it is that's watching or listening, go back and check out Cover Combat 1. It was awesome. But I've said this about the Cover Combat 1 winner that I shouldn't say the only reason, obviously it's a great cover, but one of the biggest reasons it made it and won is because of the matchups it went against along the line, you know? So, yeah. Which I was happy about because obviously I picked that cover. So,
yeah. We'll have to do one. Maybe we'll just put 2 covers against each other and the loser is out and the winner goes up against the next one. And the loser's out and the winner goes up against the next. I've seen people do that too.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea too. We'll talk about that in the future. Okay.
All right, so the next matchup, we have all new X-Men 23 versus Monstrous number 1. The winner here had, what's somebody doing? They open a can of tuna?
I muted Tyler. I think it was him doing something.
My bad. I was opening my sushi.
He's opening Christmas presents.
Okay, so the winner here had 70% of the vote.
Okay.
Monstrous number 1.
Happy about that one too. And I think again, obviously this is a great cover, but that other one's just a victim of what would have been a good matchup is that last one and then the Fighting Defenders cover too. Those two would have been interesting to see matched up against each other, but again, that what is that again? What's the other cover again?
All new X-Men number 23.
All new X-Men. That's a great cover, but for way different reasons. And this is a great cover. And we're talking about pretty here, you know. So
yeah, I think the X-Men. There was a lot to read, and reading it, I think,
is what really makes it a great cover. Right? Exactly. Yep.
So obviously, we don't have any readers here. Just kidding.
Hey, but newsflash: reading is fun, so you should do it. Reading a great story is fun. So.
If you get a chance, read All New X-Men 23, the cover.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Next up, Zatanna 11 versus Dark Knights Metal 6. The winner here had 59% of the vote. It's kind of close. Dark Knights.
Oh man.
That's the first one I have a problem with this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Do tell.
It's part of it. The big part of it is the characters. I just don't care for the metal line and the Batman Who Laughs. And
Oh, gotcha. I think they're
I
awesome.
think the metal line is sick.
Yeah. What say you, Mike?
Yeah, I like the metal characters. But yeah, Adam Hughes is kind of.
Yeah, this one was a tough pick for me as well. But because I love that Zatanna cover, but yeah, this one's awesome. So
What do we have next up? Venom 18 versus Fantastic Four 2. The winner here had 59% of the vote.
I didn't think this one would be that close.
Yeah. The losing comic came on really strong at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually voted for the one that didn't make it.
Incidentally, how many voters did you have this week? I've been interested to hear that.
Well, it's funny you ask,
Okay.
because some people don't vote on all of the covers.
Yeah, you were mentioning that to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so luckily we do a percentage. We do it the percentage way.
Yeah.
But I think the highest number of votes we had
For one cover. Okay.
one cover was 24.
Okay.
But I think the lowest we had was like 16. So there were quite a few folks that didn't vote for.
Every single cover. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is interesting,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. Hey, it's exciting in different ways. So okay.
Yeah, the percentage still keeps things even.
Yeah.
Can you explain the difference between percentage and just counting numbers?
Yeah, let's say there were 24 votes and one cover got 17 votes, then I get 17% of 20. Or I get the percentage of what 17 of 20 is.
Right, but wouldn't it equal to the same after each vote?
Yeah, it equals the same, and he's just saying the percentage. The percentage is just a better way to go since it's an uneven amount of votes for each cover.
Oh, I see. I get it. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's really it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but I think we all agree that the percentage is better. Yeah.
Where are we? Venom 18.
You're
Fantastic.
telling us that Fantastic Four beat Venom. I mean, I'm sorry. We'll see what happens.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
what'd you say there?
I don't know. That was totally just a cocky guess. I really have no foreseen knowledge here. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Oh,
Here we go.
why do you sound distressed?
Because I voted for Fantastic Four. That's why I'm distressed.
The audience is so happy about it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they're even second guessing things.
Took
All
them
right.
a minute, but
This cover is, I think it's amazing at a glance, but when you look at it a little bit more, it gets kind of weird.
yeah, that's a perfect way to put it, Tyler. Actually, because when I first saw it too, I was like, "Oh, that looks pretty cool." Exactly, and then when I started to scrutinize, obviously, what the heck the tongue is doing on Carnage's forehead. Not to mention, it's like 18 feet long and thin the whole way, with 3 feet of it curled up right on Carnage's forehead. But then also, what's up with Carnage's face? Like his chin is, he's got like a helmet mask on or something. It's like,
Well, that is that part specifically is Venom's pointy fingers going across his jaw. So I think that's what gives it that straight line effect on his, making it look like a mask.
oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't even realize that. I see what you mean now, though. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. He's actually strangling Carnage.
Right.
So that part that I thought was the bottom of what kind of looks like a mask for Carnage is actually Venom's thumb.
Right.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
Wish you guys would have brought this bit picks up earlier.
Well, it's got another week in it at least, so we'll see.
All right, so Art Adams was defeated there. Next up, we have Batman 50 versus the Punisher. We'll see if Art Adams can be victorious here. The winning cover here had 77% of the vote.
I think the winner here might be in the running for the finals.
Ooh.
I already know what the finals pick is anyway.
You guys are funny. All right. And the winner is the Punisher.
Very nice.
Poor Art Adams couldn't pull it out this round.
I love Art Adams, but I don't really. That's not one of my favorite Batman covers. But
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
it's a lot better than this Punisher cover, though.
I don't know about that.
Oh, really, Pat? You don't like this Punisher cover either?
No,
Wow.
What don't you like about this?
I don't like armor like that on the Punisher. That's one thing, and I just don't think it's a great painting. It's
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty good too, but I don't think it's going to get anywhere close to the winner. This will probably make it. This won't even make it to the top 3 because that's what's changing this cover combat as well. The finals are actually going to be 3 covers. You have to pick one out of, right, Mike?
Yeah, it'll be 1 versus 1 versus 1, and you only get to pick one.
Well, you just make my argument better because it's definitely making it into the top 3. It might not win.
Well, hold on, I've got next week's matchups already. That'll be exciting to reveal.
oh
Yeah, well,
What he's going up against.
with competition.
What if he goes up against that cover?
that'd be interesting.
I don't even remember what the matchups are.
Well, that's good for you.
I think with characters like Batman and Punisher, they're supported and made better with armor. I mean, because they are just human.
Maybe it's just a look thing Patrick is talking about, though, more than like a functional thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, Pat?
I kind of like my Punisher, the traditional, original costume, but it's more. Actually, that cover is just more of. I just don't like the art on that cover.
Gotcha.
It's the old man in me, and a lot of the digital covers just don't do it for me.
That's I can't remember what 4th or 5th time we've mentioned that or something close to that comment you just made, and we saw you had a post on it, I think, in the past week. I think that's coming up on the unique topic here at some point, right? Digital covers versus artists, right?
Oh no, you're talking about 2 different things.
Yeah.
Patrick's talking about artwork done digitally, like kind of the way we see Todd McFarlane do it.
Right. Yeah.
But what we were talking about previous is the big hoopla right now is AI, which you just plug in words and the artificial intelligence will go, like you can put in Todd McFarlane, I guess, and different things, and it'll create something in his style.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I totally missed that from that meme. You shared that meme, right, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was regarding. I knew it was AI, but I thought it was AI. It was a mocking. It was everybody's doing it digitally now anyway. It might as well be just AI. I thought it was a mockery of it. I didn't know it was actually literal. That's a thing right now. Okay, I never heard of that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what Mike was bringing up last week. He wishes he would have got a video or a unique topic out of it a little sooner because it really blew up in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's gaining steam. More and more artists are coming out on mostly one side of the fence. There are a few. I think it was funny. Fiona Staples actually shared a piece of AI artwork where she used her own name. So she created artwork in her style using AI. It was kind of funny.
Did you like it?
I think she did. was kind of interesting. I mean, it was. I thought the picture was okay. I can see the influence of Staples in there.
Well, I can definitely see why artists would be on one side of the fence here, because obviously they're going to get screwed. Because I'm sure in all the original agreements that artists have made, no one foresaw this, so they didn't have to include in any kind of contracts. Well, if you use an AI, because that's what will happen in the future if AI becomes a thing, right? I mean, they'll include it in their contract. If you're going to use my style in an AI, whatever they generator or whatever they call it, I get paid too. That's the way it should be, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of them are going to go the other direction and say they're not allowed. They won't allow their. But also, you can't. Nobody owns a style. We can draw like Todd McFarlane, and that's what it is.
But if literally the AI generator is entering Todd McFarlane's name, he should get a piece of art or a piece of.
Yeah, and the artist may just well say you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, try having artists having the powers over the creators and the powers that be. That's a losing battle.
It's a whole fiasco. But anyway, let's get back to this.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So we have Suicide.
Oh yeah, that was the unique subject of the week. Moving on.
Suicide Squad #1 versus Monstrous #10. The winner here, 62% of the vote. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, Monstrous #10.
Very nice.
I know we're all hoping to see that Monstrous #1 versus Monstrous #10.
That'd be interesting.
Next up,
I'm definitely a Monstrous fan and definitely not a Suicide Squad fan, so I'm fine with that.
Batman Beyond 26 versus Scarlet Witch #1. The winner here at 57%. We've got Batman Beyond 26.
I'm shocked. Shocked, I say.
You're shocked.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Scarlet Witch cover is way better in my opinion. I like this cover. It's fine. But I think that Scarlet Witch cover is way better. What say you, Pat?
I'm a little biased.
That's showing in here. Yeah, I prefer the Batman.
Am I the only one in the room that thinks the Scarlet Witch one is better, huh? Interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know what? This might, obviously we all talk about what our little pet peeves of covers is. And of course, Patrick is Thrones. I don't think you've mentioned one, Mike.
Yeah, I really don't have.
Okay. Mine's upside down.
I do. It's Venom's tongue.
Okay. I think we've all mentioned Venom's tongue being an issue. Mine obviously is upside down, but then I guess maybe I have a second one here. I don't like a whole lot of purple or pink on my covers. I'm just not feeling it when that happens, So if this were like a deep blue background, maybe I'd feel differently. Who knows?
Well, then it would be a Nightwing cover, but
okay. How about a red background? Then it would go well with the Beyond signal.
Can I see that Scarlet Witch again?
It's a good cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just more movement and action.
I don't like parts of covers that kind of are blended into the background. Like all the white in her face that gives her that outline of her character is the white.
Yeah, like using the negative space thing. Yeah. I like that.
I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, I like that. There's a whole bunch of books done in negative space on purpose, but
yeah, that's why I like that Nightwing cover in the pick 3 this week, because that's a negative space cover. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But here's I've got this to say about this, and I'm interested to hear what you all have to say. So if it's a really nice Virgin cover or a really nice, regular cover with the title and everything, all the other what's the words I'm missing? Trade dress.
trade dress.
So it's a regular cover with trade dress. If they're both really good, which do you prefer?
Are you asking if the trade dress has anything to do with me picking a cover over another one?
Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Pat?
Not really. I mean, I prefer a traditional look with the logo and everything, but
Yeah, that's what I think it is with me. That's so like say everything else is equal, I'd pick the trade dress one 10 out of 10 times, you know, if everything else was equal, you know, but
Yeah, it doesn't sway me one way or the other.
yeah. All right. What's next?
All right. And the winner is Batman Beyond. Next up, Daredevil 612 versus Catwoman 10.
Daredevil is obviously going to win this one.
The winner had 64% of the vote.
Man, I need those crickets because when I throw out something that I think is funny and you all don't say anything, I need that cricket sound effect. I'm going to work on that while you talk.
All right.
And you're like, good, go do that. Just shut up and let me run this cover.
Yeah. I don't want crickets on this matchup. I like this matchup.
No, my joke. I was making a joke. Daredevil's obviously going to win because it has trade dress versus a virgin. Yeah.
I totally missed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now this is where I need the cricket soundtrack. All right. Let's go see what the winner is. So you guys have a preference?
Well, I said I said all things equal, I prefer trade dress, but I don't think this is all things equal. I think the Catwoman's a better cover.
And so did all your friends.
That's what I'm talking about.
Considered trade dress
When it has the title of the book and the number and all that.
Oh, okay.
So there we go. Catwoman victorious over Daredevil.
Very nice.
Amazing.
R.I.P. Daredevil.
Kind of like that there.
What were you going to say? Yeah, I like it too. What were you going to say, Tyler? Did you start to say something?
No, I think I prefer trade dress.
Okay, yeah.
Next up, we have another Catwoman. Number 4 versus Star Wars number 1. The winner here had 65% of the vote.
Did you see last week's show, Tyler?
I didn't.
Man, it was funny. Patrick was pointing out all the Catwoman and, or no, that was actually the first show, first Cover Combat 2 show, Pat, right? And a lot of Catwoman, a lot of Venom. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I asked Maddie if she knew if Annie Karen submitted covers.
No, she did not.
And
So we've got a really, really awesomely beautiful Catwoman versus a legendary rewrite by Alex Ross.
Yeah. I need that book. I don't have that. I need that.
Oh, that Alex
Is
Ross.
Is that a ratio? Do you know?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I can't remember.
Who submitted it? I'll check with them.
Yeah, after a couple weeks.
Okay.
All right, the winner is not Catwoman.
Oh! I'm going to clap along with the audience on that one.
The power of Star Wars defeats Art Germ and Catwoman combined.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Though.
combined. It's Art Germ drawing Catwoman.
Yeah.
What else is new?
I mean, I don't know whether anybody can tell, but I didn't submit that
this is
Star
a
Wars.
tough one.
All right, Spawn 300 versus Venom 5. The winner here won with 52% of the vote.
Oh,
That's a 1 vote difference.
Patrick was the deciding picker, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I know who Patrick voted for.
Not a fan of that throne.
I also know who my son voted for, so don't hold your breath here. It might be.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
What's Todd always say about chains? Kids like chains.
Yeah, he has always said that. Yep.
Not in this case.
I was gonna say he's never met my son.
Oh, geez. Now we know about 3 votes. Dadgummit.
All right, enough of the pain. The winner is Spawn.
Oh!
No way.
Gains prevail. Wow.
Spawn 300 wins. Oh, man.
Is that because someone doesn't like Thrones?
He may have mentioned that.
Yeah,
One
that may
time.
not have been the whole deciding factor. We're assuming that Patrick didn't vote for Venom.
Yeah, Patrick is much deeper than that. He wouldn't just hold it against that.
I don't know. His dislike for Thrones may be just that great.
It's probably a combo with that one of Thrones and it's Venom. So.
Yeah, well, it's not even Venom on the cover, so I don't hold that against
Oh,
it.
that's true. Yeah.
I do like. I voted for Venom last round, so
I'm still bitter that Carnage cover got booted.
So what do you think of this presentation? Much better with the large...
yeah, it's great. Thank you. You already have a hard enough job. You put a lot of extra hard work in this week, and it looked really good.
Well, I guess we can reveal pickers on losing covers, right?
Yeah, if you want. Not better about Daredevil.
Because Dad, you submitted that Carnage?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was really mad when Uncle Mikey said it was already submitted because I tried to submit it.
Yeah, I know. Annie Karen has chimed in. She is confessing, Tyler. She's not allowed. So she didn't submit any Catwoman, but she's not complaining. What the heck, Tyler? Are you
hear that?
Is that Venom?
Yeah.
I totally yelled over your joke there, too. If I wouldn't have talked over you, that would have been pretty funny, actually. What'd you say? Re-say it?
Who?
Tyler.
What?
You said, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, after he
Right after I burped.
threw up into the microphone.
Great elf reference that I totally railroaded. Sorry about it. And then Karen has a suggestion for another sound effect, though.
Isolate that burp.
Oh, man, I'm going to now.
Yep. I don't have...
Karen's suggesting a drum roll, too, so that's good, Karen. Okay, we got drum roll, crickets, and laugh track.
Especially if you utilize the crickets right after a drum roll. That'll be good.
No.
It'll work. You try it. Anyway, I forgot to write down everybody's win-loss records this week.
And then Mom's watching from PA, too, FYI. Hey, Mom. Thank you.
I was 2 for 2. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, Kevin was 4-0. I think Tyler went 2-2. I went 1-3. So I have one cover remaining.
Oh, my gosh. I wish I knew which one it was. I'm rooting for you, Mike.
All my covers were eliminated last week, and then this week I had one squeak through. So I'm not bitter about my Daredevil cover not making it.
Oh, that was you.
My all-new X-Men 23.
Oh, man.
I actually want to own that cover. I keep looking for it. It's usually like $100 and some bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I really like that Daredevil. I don't think I had seen that previously. It's really nice.
Yeah, it is really good. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Art Adams' Batman is mine, too.
Oh. All right. What did you say? Did you say everybody's stats? Did you say Tyler's?
Yeah, Tyler's 2-2.
Okay.
I think Mike did pretty well, and so did Johnny. I can't remember.
Oh, you just got.
Oh, Johnny didn't do really well this week.
You did okay last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, the next inciting chapter or installment of Cover Combat, the reveals for round 3.
The next matchups.
Yep.
Are we ready?
No, give me 1 second here. Okay, we are now ready.
All right. First up, Detective 880 versus Catwoman 15.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Yep.
This isn't going to be a hard pick for me, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. All right. Next up, Uncanny X-Men 10 versus Star Wars 1.
Oh man, I hate when two of my favorite things match up against each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard when you vote for covers in both rounds. Like, oh, this is easy. I'll vote for that one. Oh, this is easy. I'll vote for that one. And then they meet each other.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's so great about it. Yeah, I mean, it's catch-22. Yeah.
Next up, Venom 18 versus.
I love you, little buddy.
I love you too.
All right, they just keep getting better. Catwoman 14 versus Deathstroke 30. Two completely different styles there.
I loved Patrick's mention. I can't remember where you mentioned it, Patrick, how we joked that must be a kryptonite sword because it could possibly have Superman's blood on it, and then you actually found a kryptonite sword.
It was in Mike's pick 3. We'll see it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in this one. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when I put the pick 3 banner up with all the covers, you'll see it there.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and
This is awesome.
versus the Punisher. Yeah, we had a long discussion on these.
Man, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you at least check out every episode for the cover combat segment to pay attention to the conversations as they go through, it makes the whole thing more enjoyable.
Right. So Batman Beyond versus Punisher #1.
Nice.
Next up, Harley Quinn 61 versus Monstrous 10. Fortunately, we don't get the 10 versus 1 in Monstrous this week.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll see. I'll get past Frank Cho first.
Man, another Catwoman is on. Like seriously,
Yeah.
I want to hear the stats on that, Mike. How many?
5 covers.
5 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Catwoman, Venom, and Archer were leading things. Next up, Catwoman and Venom.
Nice.
Catwoman.
Okay, all 5 of those Catwoman covers are in this round.
I think maybe only one of them got dethroned. There might be four left. I can't remember.
Yeah, the one got eliminated in the last round.
Okay.
Catwoman #4 lost to Star Wars.
All right.
Next up,
We've talked extensively about those ones too. Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Daredevil 26 versus Immortal Hulk 2.
You know, just like in Cover Combat 1, where Tom's comment about Captain America's flag may have done that cover in,
Mhm.
I'm thinking Patrick's comment pointing out the cleverness of the Daredevil in the clothing line on the clothing line may help this carry on.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting
greatest
theory.
What's that, Patrick?
That's interesting theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about it is it's not really in your face. I mean, you have to look for it. And those
Right,
are,
exactly.
Those are a lot of fun sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
All right. Oh, sorry. I just saw the next one.
Oh man, you got to be kidding me!
Versus Wonder Woman #1. Oh, brutal.
Hey, Mike, can I make a request? And this is just totally out of my own selfishness.
Sure.
When you show a cover, just wait until I get my annoying reaction out of the way before you say what they are. Because when I was listening to the podcast, especially, I'm reacting over you saying what the cover is. So you can't really hear you.
Okay. Right.
So, like, let me be ridiculous for a second and then say what they are.
All right. Sounds good.
Because I can't help myself. So the possibility of me stopping that isn't realistic. You stopping for a second is more realistic.
Right.
You have more self-control than I do. So
I'm just glad to say neither of these are mine. I don't have to worry about it.
they're both awesome.
All right. Next up,
What were they again, Mike, in case the podcast listeners couldn't hear?
Monstrous #1 versus Wonder Woman #51.
Okay, cool.
All right, next up. Waiting on you, Kevin.
I've got. It's so funny. My reaction was kind of silent there because I was trying to hold myself back a little bit for Tyler's sake. Tyler, I don't know who picked what on here. I'm just saying I think Tyler's going to be especially mad at me after Cover Comment 2 is over. But
so this is Web of Venom #1 versus Marvel Comics 1000.
Man. All right, I'm going to say it right now. How many you got left to reveal, Mike?
2.
All right, I'll wait. I'll hold up.
All right, this is easy.
I don't think I'm going to be mad at you. I think you're going to be mad at your underestimation.
We'll see. Hey, you think you can mute yourself for that next belch? I mean, just asking.
Well, I was muted, and then I unmuted as I started talking, and then it came about. So it was incidental.
Okay, got it.
Work on your timing. It's like my kids are always like, "Oh, it was an accident." No, I saw.
Right.
I was on a time crunch. I could tell you were about to move to the next cover. I had to say something.
Well, okay. All right, next cover. Enough of this silliness. Dark Knight's Metal 6 versus Amazing Spider-Man #2.
No reaction. This is an easy pick for me.
Me too.
Spider-Man looks kind of wonky. I don't like how wide his chest is.
And is Mary Jane taller than Spider-Man? Come on. She is on her tiptoes, though.
Yeah, and in the foreground.
And he's slouched.
Yeah. I mean, it is a cool cover, but yeah, that metal's ridiculous.
I'll say.
Wait, no, I meant that in a positive way.
All right, you want to see ridiculous? I know, these are the last 2 covers, and nobody can remember what's left, right?
No.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Kevin, I was just trying to wait for you to react or not react.
Yeah, just give me a couple seconds. Sometimes I don't have a reaction because I don't have one on this one because I'm really contemplating this one pretty hard.
We have a week to do it, so.
Yeah.
Spawn 31 versus Black Widow. I can never remember. What is it? Something origin.
You mean Spawn 300? You said Spawn 31.
Yeah, Spawn 300.
Yeah.
There's Black Widow 3.
Interesting.
So that's it. These will be up on the Facebook page after the show.
I definitely love these covers for different reasons too. So.
That's it.
Can you put that up real quick so I can zoom in real quick for 1 second?
Which one? That one?
Yeah, that one, yeah. And I think that's probably the most similar likeness to Scarlet I've seen in a Black Widow cover. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that Daredevil's tough, man. That's awesome.
Well, we know Patrick won't vote for it, though.
Yeah, don't be so sure.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, she's on a. Well, this is just a recliner. This is just a recliner.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fancy recliner with
Concrete recliner.
Yeah,
It does look like the feet will kick out. All right, you're saved.
Okay.
All right.
All right, here's
Let's
what I
see.
want to say. For a Christmas special, I'm going to do something I did in Cover Combat. I'm going to do it now. And this is a Christmas special, or actually, I'm going to say this. This is a holiday season special only. For the next 3 weeks, until we get to the next full episode, which will be in the new year. So we're doing a Christmas Day, 15-minute short of just Cover Combat reveals and setups. And then on New Year's Day, we're also doing Cover Combat reveals and setups, 2 short shows. The next full show will be in the new year. So from now until the new year, I'm putting my Captain of America. What's it called again? The 50th anniversary. You know, that big book.
That 50-pound book.
Yeah, what's it? It's not the what's that collection, Pat? Come on? My
They
memory.
named them all different, kind of specific to the character. So it might be like a Vibranium edition or Centennial edition, or
yeah, but it's the big bookcase like that, the 30-pound, $100 edition in the hardcover slipcase. It's a Captain America collection. I put it up as a prize in Cover Combat 1. No one won it. I'm going to put it up again right now again. And I don't know whether I had it this way or not, but I'm also going to allow anybody. And I'm going to even vote because that way I keep it.
yeah, that's right.
Because you can only get one. The first guess of each pick is the guess that goes, right, Mike? That's how it works, right?
Yeah. So if somebody picks a cover and then you come in a day later and pick that same cover, it's already been claimed, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like from The Walking Dead, claimed.
Exactly. So my claim right now, because I'm predicting it, and here you go. Tyler, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Marvel Comics 1000's winning this bad boy. Okay? Yeah, I'm telling you. Marvel Comics 1000 is my prediction.
Bold.
For the winner of this Cover Combat 2. Everyone else, you got 3 weeks to come up with your prediction. Whoever gets it right wins the Captain America collection. I'll bring with me next show. I literally just came up with this when we showed the Marvel Comics 1000 this week.
Plus, you have to get your back brace on, and
yeah, that thing is heavy, right?
So where is everybody going to submit these to?
You got to comment on our YouTube video.
On any of the YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Next week.
Starting this week, you got 3 weeks. So this week and then the 2 next short shows, you got to comment your prediction for the champ of Cover Combat 2 in one of those 3 videos. And if you win, you get that Captain America collection.
so there's a bit of strategy involved there. You could wait, and the pool can be dwindled down, but your choice may already be gone.
Right.
And I guess I can do a running on the Facebook page on which ones have already been claimed.
That'd be great, and then we could share that on Instagram and all that stuff. Yeah, but that'd be good. That'd be a good post, though, Mike. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely not going to pick my last cover because my track record is terrible.
You never know. Could pull out a Christmas miracle, Mike.
Yeah.
Man, neither one of you commented, Mike or Tyler, commented on how I shared in our little group chat that I actually had 2 Cover Combat submissions that are variant covers in Snap. Remember that I sent you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
I'm not gonna say which. Yeah.
Carnage cover, I'm sorry, and Wonder Woman, wasn't it?
I was just saying I didn't want to reveal which ones they were, but the answer is there's actually 3 and you're missing the 3rd one, so that's good. Yeah.
kind of funny how they credit some artists on that, but they don't others.
That is true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that myself. Yeah.
I wonder if it's the published ones that they're crediting the artist, like published elsewhere outside of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're saying some of the variant covers are credited and some of them aren't, right, Mike or Pat?
Well, like for instance, I have the Scotty Young Ant-Man, but they don't call it that, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which that's a cover.
Yeah, I think I remember it popping up on pick 3.
Yeah. All right, so exciting stuff. Man, yet again. Love Cover Combat. Whoever came up with this idea is a genius. I think it was you, Mike.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I agree. It is genius.
Hey Tyler, are you eating or something? Is that why you are all blacked out there?
Yeah, I'm eating and multitasking.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Are you sticking around? Cover Combat's done. Are you sticking around?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Okay. All right, let's get into my wife's favorite segment. She loves this content, not only for the riveting conversation, but to see what she's going to watch next. All right.
Oh, just as a sidebar, I didn't come in just because it was Cover Combat. That was coincidence. In case you were thinking that.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's cool though. Yeah, obviously you're always welcome on every show, all time. Yeah. I send out. I'd be interested to see what happens on one show someday because I send out 7 invites. If all 7 of us are in here one time, it'll be one of those situations where you won't be able to see anything because everybody's screen will be so small. All right, so let me try to run through this quick. So I watched the next 2 episodes of Willow. Anybody else get on any Willow yet?
No, I'm probably not going to.
Oh, really? Why?
There's just so much stuff that I need to watch, and I just don't have a lot of interest in it. And yeah,
Okay.
just not going to get around to it.
Well, it's not a bad choice to knock off because I gave the first 2 episodes, I think, a we'll see rating. And then the next 2, I've seen enough to give it a negative rating. It's just not good. There's a few annoying things which are controversial, so I'll keep those to myself. But in general, though, this just isn't a good show. It's just not done well. It, like I mentioned from the first 2 episodes, it tries to be a little campy and funny in ways that, you know, I feel and remember from the original movie. And it falls short on those. But then also, secondly, man, it's just poor writing in general. Like, I'm going to give a perfect example. Like, this kind of is a spoiler, not really, so I'm not even going to put up the spoiler alert. And if you think it is a spoiler after I say it, sorry about it. So there's a big climactic moment in the end of episode 4, right? And the baby that they were protecting in the movie has become this big, powerful sorceress. I mentioned that in the first review I gave of this. And they're kind of waiting for her to save the day. So she doesn't know how to use her powers or anything. And, you know, Willow's trying to train her and he's falling short and he's getting frustrated. It's not working out. And literally this is how the writing is. And this is just an example, but there's plenty more examples in the first 4 episodes of this kind of situation. So the girl, it needs to use her powers to save the day. And Mom just made a comment. I'll answer that question in a minute. To try to build this up in her using her powers, literally the epic, dangerous, climactic situation that she needs to save the day on is happening in the background, okay? And while that's happening, one girl, the queen's daughter that's saving her brother, I mentioned that from the first 2 episodes, is hyping up, like they're literally having a conversation. Come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. I believe in you. You know, they're having this conversation during this supposed kind of intense battle sequence, right? And Willow is there as well, and he's supposedly this big, huge, grand wizard, as you know, at this point in time as well. And what they literally do to hold Willow out of the situation is they have this creature, I don't even know what it was, come out of the walls and just literally hold his arms. So literally, like Willow's like laying in the background while we're waiting for the girl to realize she's powerful enough to beat this baddie. And while this is all happening, Willow's talking to her. He's like, "You can do it." I can't remember her name right now, but it doesn't really matter. He's like, "You can do it. You can do it." He's like, and the restraint is not even happening really that well. I mean, he's a small guy, so maybe, okay, if you want to believe that whatever this creature is strong enough to hold him, it's fine. But instead of the queen's daughter coming to help Willow escape from the demon, she, as well as Willow, while he's being captured by the demon, are trying to talk up the sorceress to be. Hey, Tyler, you might want to mute yourself. Jeez, oh man. Anyway, but can you vision everything the way I just said it, Mike?
Yeah.
Isn't that dumb?
Yeah.
It's like supposed to be this great action epic and a big moment, and they're doing dialogue rather than actually fighting. And yes, oh man, it's so weak. I'm going to continue to see where if that ever gets in a good place. But like I said, I've seen enough now to give it a negative review at this point already. And then I continued watching Wednesday. I only got another 2 or 3 episodes. I think maybe only 2 more episodes watched. And I've got something to say about Wednesday that I'm becoming a little bit disappointed with. So overall, I gave this, I said I love this. It's good. I really appreciate, the way the story is, and it's written pretty well, and everything's pretty good about it. But there's something that's starting to bother me a little bit. And this is a little bit nitpicky, but I wanted to mention this. The thing with Wednesday is she's kind of ambivalent about everything from murder to, that there's rats in her closet to, she has the thing, which is just a hand of, corpse walking, all this supernatural. She's ambivalent. That's kind of Wednesday's dry, ambivalent humor, right?
Right.
But in this episode, she's all concerned about the environment, racial justice from the past. And, those things just don't kind of fit her character. And it's starting to kind of move to the forefront of the content of the show. Like she's in this murder mystery thing, which we talked about already. But that's kind of taken a backdrop to the other kind of modern, it seems like modern day things that the youth are really activists about. She's like almost becoming like an activist. It's like, you didn't notice that, Mike, at all?
I do. Yeah, I'm trying to recall that.
Yeah, it's been mentioned a few times, and actually had a couple scenes that was the subject matter. And I'm like, what? That's not Wednesday. I mean, one second she's talking about how she doesn't care she has a murderous family, and then the next second she's and actually the opposite. She's actually enjoys evil, bad things, and then a second later she's talking about the racial injustices of the past, and it's just not it just doesn't fit well together for me. I'm still liking the show overall, so I'm still watching it, but that's just something I wanted to say about this that I wanted to see if you had any thoughts on, Mike, but obviously
I don't even remember it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and then last week I mentioned a Christmas story, Christmas, which is kind of sort of geek related and not geek related, but more Christmas themed. I've got another Christmas themed movie here that isn't exactly geek related, but it's kind of the same kind of thing, but it is not a comedy. It is a horror, and it is Nisser. Have you ever heard of Nisser?
No,
sir.
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of elves?
No.
Because apparently Nisser is Danish for elves. So the name of this movie is Elves. It's from Denmark. They're actually speaking Danish through the entire movie, and it's dubbed in English. Okay. But this is new, or fairly new, November 2021. Yeah, I guess that's not new. Yeah. So it came out last year. And it's a horror flick, straight up horror. There's no comedy here, nothing like that. But and you know, this may be a little thin, but I'm calling this Christmas because it's elves. But as you might be able to tell, the elves ain't nice in this movie. Okay.
Is that one of them on the poster there?
Okay, that's okay. Yes, is the answer to that question.
Let me guess. That's the good one, though.
Oh man, you're on top of it, Mike. Who and here's the final question for that trivia: who is that elf's best friend?
But not the guy in the hat.
No,
I think that's Ben Roethlisberger there.
I don't know any of these actors or actresses in this one, but no, the little girl there. So basically, this family it's around Christmas. This family takes a Christmas vacation to an island, literally to be isolated and kind of. They've heard this island is really Christmassy, so they go there. But then they come to find out there is basically this island has kind of secret rituals where they have to sacrifice farm animals to the woods because there's evil elves there, and they were there first. So the deal that they made is, okay, can we build our town here and we'll keep feeding you. So, but what happens is as the family's driving into the town, they hit this cute little baby elf in the picture there. Totally put me in mind of Baby Groot and Grogu and stuff. That's kind of the same kind of thing with this baby elf, right? So they accidentally hit this baby elf with their car. The girl this little girl is the one that discovers the baby elf has been hit. So she takes the baby elf home to take care of it, and of course keeps it secret from the rest of the family. But of course, the other elves realize, oh, one of our babies is gone. So now boom, that's how your nightmare starts. Okay. So, and this is actually a series. I don't know whether I mentioned that. This isn't a movie. This is a series. I may have said movie, but this is a 6-issue series on Netflix. Or I mean, a 6-episode series. And this is good. If you're in for a horror, campy Christmas, kind of movie, this is pretty good. Okay. For exactly that, there's nothing special about this, but it's not done too bad. And, special effects are pretty good. And the dubbing is really good. Actually, I always mention that, dubbing kind of is distracting for me. I don't like it. This is actually done so well. I'm not sure whether it's the kind of the cinematography, the way they cut it to where you can't really see lips very well when they're talking for very long, to where at least me personally can get distracted from it. But it's dubbed so well you can almost not even tell it's dubbed. Maybe Danish is similar enough to English too, as far as how the mouths move to. I don't know, but anyway, I enjoyed this, and they set up at the end of this for a season 2 as well, FYI. So probably getting Elves season 2. But if you're in the mood for a horror Christmas special or series, this is your show. All right.
I'll try to squeeze it in. We're still trying to just get the traditional
right
Christmas stuff in.
Right. Okay. So then now to some better things. Well, like I said, that was pretty good. I'd give that overall like a solid 7.5, maybe an 8 if you really kind of want to be specific in exactly what that show is. 7.5, 8. Then I found this show, Counterpart, with what's that guy's name? J.K. Simmons. Yeah.
Did he ever get out of that cabin with a viewport?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, that's a perfect thing, which I was going to start with this. I can't believe I've never heard of this. Have you guys heard of this?
No.
So as you can see on there, it's a series. It was new in 2018. You can see it on the poster there. So I'm assuming there maybe isn't any more seasons happening. But this is a sci-fi kind of drama, mystery. And basically the gist of this show is there is a building in the middle of, I think it's New York City, that that has a doorway in it that 30 years ago they discovered this is a portal to another Earth that's identical to our Earth, okay? Except the events in that Earth has completely changed kind of the lives of everybody. So, you know, if I go through this door, there's another Kevin over there, but he's completely different than me because he's lived a different life due to things that have happened differently, okay? And J.K. Simmons is obviously the focal point of the show. So he's just a normal guy on one side. He actually works for the government agency that's in charge of this building that houses this doorway in it that's a portal. And he doesn't know what he's doing, though. He just, for 30 years, he's just been going there, kind of, you know, living the rat race daily, not really knowing what's going on. But then his counterpart, i.e., you know, himself, the name of the movie, comes through the portal to his side. And because there's this mystery happening, and that's way too convoluted for me to try to explain. We're only like 3 episodes in, but it's definitely compelling. It's a quality show, great acting, great writing. Not much happening in special effects or anything like that with this show, but I definitely recommend checking this out if you want a sci-fi drama. Give it a, you know, for what I've said. I really can't give it anything yet because there's a lot of confusing stuff happening, but it's quality, so I recommend it if you're a sci-fi guy or girl.
2 10-episode seasons. I looked it up while you were talking, Kevin.
Oh, there's 2 seasons already? Okay, gotcha. Okay.
It's done. 2 seasons and out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay. And that was on it says stars on that poster, but I watched it on Amazon Prime. Okay, then say again.
Yeah, I think Stars is, yeah, you can watch Stars programs on Amazon.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is. I thought you had to subscribe to it, which I wasn't subscribed. So, but whatever the case may be, you can find it on Prime. Then I found this Project Power. Is anybody familiar with this?
No.
No, I'm not familiar with any of this stuff.
I know. I mean, that's why, you know, that's why all my fans tell me, Kevin, I love your show. I mean, I love your segment because there's all these shows and movies I never heard of, and I checked them out, and they're exactly spot on. My opinion matches yours. That's exactly what all my fans tell me all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, this has Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, and you can see them on the poster. I'm not sure who that girl is. I've never seen her anywhere else, but I found this on Netflix and watched this movie. Okay. This is a movie, and man, it's fun. Basically, the gist here is in the future, they've invented a drug that when you take it, it gives you a power. The catch is you have no idea what that power is. And it could be so intense it could kill you. It could suck, or it could be the most epic thing you'd love forever. So obviously this is a drug, so drug dealers are the bad guys. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the cop. This takes place in New Orleans, and he's trying to stop this drug from being sold because it, like I said, it kills half the people that use it. And not to mention, it kills half the people that use it, and then the other half the people that use it become basically superhuman of some type. And of course, most of them are using it for nefarious reasons, you know. Oh, the other catch with this is the power only lasts 5 minutes too.
That's what I was going to ask. The poster says for 5 minutes of power. It's like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't even see that, or I would have thought about that sooner. Sorry, but yeah, you take this pill, and then you have these super abilities for 5 minutes, and a few that are highlighted in the movie is like a Flame On Human Torch guy is in this. Incredible Hulk kind of guy is in this. A Wolverine kind of guy is in this. Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt becomes like a Colossus. He becomes like impervious. I mean, it's pretty cool. And there's a lot more than that, what I just described. And I won't even tell you what Jamie Foxx's is because that's kind of a spoiler towards the end. But basically,
electricity at all?
Say again? No, that would have been good though. No electro in this film.
Oh,
No.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do they take it more than once? Like they take it and then they get that power, and then for 5 minutes, and then let's say the next day they take it again. Do they get the same power?
Okay, that's kind of a question that's not exactly clear. I'm gonna from watching the movie, I'm gonna tell you yes. But what did seem odd to me on a couple occasions in the movie, it did seem like some guys were taking the pill as if they knew what was going to happen, like that would give you that impression that it would be the same power every time. But then something happened that would make you think otherwise. So I won't even tell you what that is. But so my instinct tells me to say yes to that, but then I'm not 100% sure on that. And I don't think the movie's clear in case unless I missed some one-liner or something that said it. But
I got another question.
Okay.
I should just watch it. Does anybody take it and then they get the power and then they take another one? So it's like double down.
Yes, actually, that's the first one. The first guy, he takes it, and he's in the middle of fighting Jamie Foxx. So, and the 5 minutes are running out. So then he grabs 3. He takes 3 at one time.
Does that give him 15 minutes?
I don't know whether his thought was it would give him 15 minutes or whether it would make him 3 powerful. I'm not sure, but let me just, this is in the first scene, spoiler alert. It didn't end well for that guy. But anyway, so just to mention this too, the interesting part about this is, you know how they describe this in a lot of movies, and I'm sure it's the same way in reality, you know, as the police escalate, criminals escalate, and then police have to escalate in response. That's kind of what happens in here. And the police are trying to stop all these super villains that are using the power drug with normal means, except Joseph Gordon-Levitt has decided he's going to use the drug to combat the bad guys. So it's a whole interesting thing there too. So what'd you say?
Fight fire with fire.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, this is a great show. If you just want an action-packed, great effects, fairly simple, slightly predictable. It isn't super predictable, but a little bit, you know. But pretty quality action-packed movie. Yeah, this is your movie this week. This is a solid 8.5. Lots of great fun in this, and I was shocked I not only didn't hear of it because it was great, but also because it's got Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. You know, so. And there's a few other recognizable actors in there too that I don't really know their names, but anyway, so that's all I watched. And then I wanted to highlight this because you shared this during the in the group, Mike.
Yeah.
New movie coming out with Adam Driver called 65, right?
Yeah.
So did you get Jurassic World or Jurassic Park 7 vibes from this?
Well, I mean, definitely you get the Jurassic Park feel because anything with huge dinosaurs now, that's
Right.
kind of where we're just going to go. You know.
Yeah, this definitely crosses over into like an alien sci-fi with a Jurassic Park dinosaurs trick, right?
Yeah.
But this is a great trailer. Check this out. Did you check it out, Pat?
Yeah, I thought it was
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched the trailer again yesterday because Marcus and I watched it and we're like glued to the back of the couch. We're like sitting back.
Yeah.
Pretty suspenseful trailer. Loved it.
And I'll say this about Adam Driver. I'm not a Kylo Ren fan, but man, Adam Driver, I think he's a great actor. I think he does a great job with Kylo Ren. I think if Kylo Ren didn't have a great actor like Adam Driver, then I wouldn't enjoy him near as much. You know, he does a great job. It's like Hayden kind of wrecks Anakin for me. Adam does the opposite for Kylo for me. But anyway, then lastly, another thing in the group, but this is the most topical. The last thing I've got here is the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Part 2 teaser came out, right?
Yep.
This is pretty sick.
There's a lot of Spider-Man, man.
Spider people. Yeah. Hey, Tyler, did you check this out?
The trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks pretty sick, right?
Yeah, it does. Very excited about 99.
That's awesome.
I don't know why he's the bad guy, though.
Huh?
I don't know why he's the bad guy, though.
Well, you can't trust everything the trailer leads you to believe, right?
I think he's a good guy, but in there they were saying, but we're the good guys or something.
Right.
Know.
Yeah. I mean,
I've heard from other sites or comments that he is the antagonist.
Okay, well, no spoiler alert. No spoilers here, okay?
I think it's wrong.
I don't think that's a spoiler in the trailer.
Well, this is what I often say about trailers.
It's speculation, though, not spoiler.
Okay, gotcha. That's true. That's only spec. That's different, yeah. I've often said this about trailers, though. A trailer's job is to make you want to see the movie while also not letting you in on exactly what makes it great. It has to try to do both of those things. Most trailers fail one way or the other, but that's why you can never trust what you see in a trailer, because I'm hoping what they're showing me and the impression I get from it that makes me want to see it isn't exactly what I'm going to get once I'm there, So
yeah.
This poster's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's legit. I haven't seen this poster previously. But if you see under Miles' right-hand arm there, that's Leah holding the Japanese Spider-Man's robot. So that's kind of interesting to me. I hadn't heard that he was going to be in this movie. So if this is a legit poster, that's pretty interesting.
You know what else makes me not think it's legit? I just zoomed in. Look at the bottom. It says 2022. This isn't coming out until 2023.
Well, it was supposed to be out. That's another weird thing, because all the action figures are hitting. They apparently couldn't pull the lever quick enough to put the brakes on, because a lot of the toys are already out there, because it was supposed to be out. It was supposed to already be out.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Back, yeah.
Okay, well, I hope this is a legit poster, and I hope that's got some Japanese Spider-Man there for you. I know that'll make you happy.
It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, that's all I've got. Man, I went a little long on that one. Sorry about it. Everything's going long today.
The sun's shining through.
Yeah, you're looking like you're heading to the heavens right now, Mike.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
I'll leave it like that.
Okay. Well, you can't see your awesome background Christmas graphic though with it.
There we go. It still works. Holy cow, it's nice in here now. The sun is sitting right outside my window.
Yeah. All right, so you're on deck again, Mike. You ready?
Ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. We have pick 3 for this week. So the Profits segment is over. The deadline has come and gone.
Okay, yeah, there's the kryptonite sword on the DC vampires. Got it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Patrick pointed it out. I was like, oh, that's true.
Yeah. Yep.
All right,
And then there's your negative space Nightwing, Tyler. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I didn't vote for that.
Okay.
I was going to mention that earlier, but I figured we'd get here. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start with Nightwing 99, Bruno Redondo, and he's been doing an amazing job on the Nightwing books for the 20 plus issues. It's really, really great stuff.
I 100% agree. Literally, him by himself has made me. Oh, someone's got an echo of me. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I don't.
Okay. But that didn't help.
Did I actually vote?
How about that? Okay. All right. I'm good now. Everybody's muted but me. Oh, you unmuted, Mike, and it started again. Anyway, what I was going to say, it's apparently you, Mike. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I 100% agree with you, Mike, that those Nightwing covers have almost influenced me to subscribe to Nightwing. Not yet, though. Not yet. Say it twice.
I'm afraid to say anything. I don't want my microphone to. It's just weird. I haven't changed anything. All I did was fix the window.
Put that sound back on and see if it stops.
Yeah, Tyler, you did vote.
Okay, I remember a couple covers.
Yeah. All right, let me run down them here then.
Pat, you're still muted.
I just don't know.
Maybe it's all of us. It's the internet. All right, Mike, continue. Sorry.
Yep. X-Men Annual #1, Stefano Caselli. DC Vampires All Out War #6, Alan Qua. Chromo #2, Lorenzo De Felici. Titans United Blood Pact 4B, Derek Chu. Scorched 13B, Dan Aguilio. I'm crushing these names. Flash, the holiday cover, 789, Sean Galloway. Alien 4, Lee Garbett. Spider-Man, Lost Hunt #2, Oliver Fetzer. And Stargirl, Lost Children, holiday cover, #2, Crystal Kong. Where's like Joe Smith? His names are difficult to say. They're tough. So yeah, obviously we know Tyler does not like the negative space covers,
Right.
And we've got the awesome Kryptonite sword. And, that's
Maybe I just won't be able to talk for the rest of the show. I'll just let you guys.
Yeah, it was hard to hear you. Your microphone was all garbled on my end. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, all right. I didn't hear what you were saying. Anyway, back to it.
I said I'm going to stop talking. Good luck.
All right, #3. DC Vampires All Out War. #6. That does look awesome with it's like Evil Superman. I'm not reading this series. Sorry. The crowd cheering. All right, next up is #2. Coming in second place, we have Alien #4. No crowd. It's like 3 of you out there. And in first place, sorry, Tyler. Everybody loved the negative space Nightwing.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I can't not talk on this. That's awesome. I'm going to try to put my mic. See if that helps.
Is your laptop and your mic on?
I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Try. Now talk, Kevin.
How do I sound?
Good. No echo.
What happened? What did somebody do?
Mike's muted.
Oh, it's Mike. Well, he can't have Mike. Wait, there.
That's so weird. It's the whole show. We haven't changed anything.
I know.
Blame the government. So that's what we had for the pick 3. Exciting Nightwing. I can't wait to get this. I'm worried. There's a lot of black ink on that cover. Too hard, and you'll get a crease.
Basically, what we need to do is when I talk, Mike, you mute. And when you talk, I'll mute.
Yeah, it's difficult to hear you. You sound muffled and muted.
Okay, when I talk, you mute yourself, and when you talk, I'll mute myself. Did everybody hear that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, much better. All right, let's get on with it.
We're gonna have to do this like CB radios. I'll say over. Hey, those were great though, Mike. Over.
Awesome. Over. You know what?
Okay.
We need a couple weeks off. Over.
You said over. Over.
Yeah, but I get to come back in another time. It doesn't mean I'm done completely for the show. Over.
You're right. That's a fair point. Over.
Yeah. See now. There. Okay. I'm okay now because Mike's muted. The only thing I might say is Mike, maybe leave and come back.
Okay, maybe, yeah, that might be a good idea, Mike.
Since you've done the bulk of your work, your pictures won't be as out of order as everybody else leaving. So.
Oh, that's true. All you got left is one picture now, Mike, since you did pick 3 on the cover combat already. Right? Oh, no, he was going to do Christmas covers for the unique, but that's okay. So since you're at the end, you can just put them back at the end. But yeah, maybe leave and come back, Mike. Over.
All right.
All right. Man, train wreck episodes are fun.
Well, I think Mike sometimes is sort of laggy, I think, because of his internet connection. So I think that might be what's causing it, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Gotcha. Hopefully when he reboots, it'll catch him up or something. I don't know. Because it was good for so long, so hopefully it'll be good for the rest of the show, yeah.
Right.
All right, so then we'll get into the next segment, which is our reviews, and I'm first anyway. So here we go. Okay, I'm glad I'm first because I was actually worried that someone else may have chose what I chose for review. So I get to have the claim to fame on this first, I guess. So, Mike, do you want to give it a test? Well, I'm not echoing any. Oh, you're not muted, Mike. I'm not echoing. Mike, talk.
Okay. Even I opened my window.
That did the trick. Got it. All right, it sounds good though now anyway. So what I read this week was none other than the Batman Spawn that came out last week.
Nice.
Yeah. And this, of course, is by Todd McFarlane and Greg Capullo and McCaig. And, this is kind of exactly what you'd figure from it. Although it's just Batman Spawn. It's not Batman versus Spawn or anything. It kind of gives you a versus impression from the cover. But basically what's happening here is there is a dead zone. The Court of Owls are kind of the enemy here. And it has kind of some Spawn, villains. There's a kind of a crossover villain thing. Kind of the Court of Owls is the focus. And they're trying to utilize Batman to open a portal to bring in all kinds of demons and, of course, take out the world and give them power and stuff like that. And at first, Spawn is kind of brought into the same realm as Batman. And then there's areas called dead zones, if you're not familiar with Spawn. But basically where dead zones are is kind of where there can be a lot of crossovers happening. And it also kind of nullifies powers. So when Spawn first kind of meets up with Batman, he's powerful and he's beating the living crap out of him. That's what the cover's about. But then in the same scene, they kind of move into a dead zone where it kind of equalizes them. Spawn loses his power. So then Batman starts beating the crap out of him, which would be the alternate cover for Batman Spawn #1 has on it with Batman hovering over Spawn. And there's a couple interesting things about this that I don't know is exactly new because unfortunately, as much as I love Spawn, I'm not up on all Spawn lore. But supposedly, Spawn's wife and Batman's mother died on the same day. Of course, Batman's mother and father, but all they focus on is the mother in this issue for Batman. But they died on the same day, like the exact same day. And then supposedly in the exact same moment and the exact same location, everything as far as equivalence in the opposing dimensions or realms or whatever, you know, and which I thought was kind of interesting. I didn't know if any part of that is actually legit lore, like especially, I don't know what date, you know, Spawn's wife is killed exactly. But they say June 26th is the date. Which is also
I didn't know she was dead.
Yeah.
I don't read Spawn, so I'm not.
Wasn't that the whole? Sorry, I don't want to hijack your review. Wasn't that sort of his whole purpose was trying to get back together with his wife?
Yeah, to try to come back and be back with her. But then, she subsequently died since then.
Okay,
that was kind of the beginnings.
That was probably years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Late 90s.
And then also interesting too, they incorporate, you know, the whole thing with Batman as they retell the story over and over again is there's a big focus on his mother's pearls as she goes to die, right? And one of the pearls in the necklace is the key to this portal opening that the Court of the Owls used too. So it's kind of this whole kind of dimension bending thing, and there's dead zones all over the place. So then Spider-Man and Spawn actually realize they're being played by the Court of the Owls, and then they team up. So then they're kind of friendly.
Spider-Man.
Huh?
Spider-Man.
Did I say Spider-Man?
Plain as day.
Sorry, Batman and Spawn team up. They become friends then, and they fight the Court of the Owls together. And another cool part is there's dead zones everywhere. So they actually choose the dead zone in Arkham Asylum to kind of have this final dual confrontation with Court of the Owls. And I won't tell how that's all going. How many issues is this going to be, Mike?
1.
This is it?
I think that's the impression that I had.
That's what I was thinking originally too. But the way they ended it, it gives you the impression there's going to be more, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, your mistake on saying Spider-Man actually, I think would be a more interesting team up for me. As much as I love Batman, I think a Spawn Spider-Man would be kind of cool.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm down for any crossovers. We've talked about that before. I'd love to see that. And another interesting thing is too, is I actually was going to read Arkham City of the World. Remember that 6-issue miniseries? It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I was organizing my collection this past week, and it was the first time I actually got all 6 issues together. And I was like, you know what? Now I got them all. I need to read this. And I was going to read that, and didn't have enough time, and didn't get to read that yet. So I went with this. And then I thought it was interesting because I love Arkham Asylum. We've talked about that before, you know, the old, one-shot hardcover. And Arkham Asylum's cool in general. And so then for this to take place there for the final battle, it was just kind of an interesting coincidence for me. I'm like, oh, I'm getting some Arkham out of this anyway. So anyway, so I think this is a good book. It's nothing special, and maybe the story is a little bit convoluted. They could, they just kind of make things work by saying things, and I'm not exactly sure how legit or deep or, canon any of it is. Maybe if this is a one shot, it's all just throwaway info anyway. Who knows? But I enjoyed it because I love Spawn and Batman a lot. So seeing them fight, but then no one win is also good for me. So, and the art's great, of course. Capullo did the art, and then McFarlane actually wrote it and inked it.
Okay.
So it's great. I loved it. So check it out, get it. I wouldn't say it's a must-have unless you're both a Batman and Spawn fan, then or either or. I guess it'd be a must-have, but definitely get it for everyone though. So
I was say this is probably a book that I think everybody got it.
yeah. And there's actually, I saw another. How many covers were there too? Because I got another cover that wasn't one of the 3 covers that you showed us originally, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many. Probably. I mean, I don't know. If you don't count all the ratios, probably like 10, 15 different ones. I got a 3rd cover. I got the Todd McFarlane cover instead of the Capullo. I don't even remember what. I think it's both of them kind of just like, jumping at you.
From the side? It's like they're jumping at you straight forward?
I think so. I can't remember. It's been so long
okay.
since I ordered it, and I haven't received it yet.
Well, the other one I got is kind of like the old Batman Spawn book that we talked about from the 90s, where you see the profile of them both jumping like you're describing, but you see the profile of that, not them coming at you, which I think is the other Batman Spawn cover from the 90s as well, where they're jumping at you.
Yeah.
So,
and I think I ordered it sight unseen. I just said it said it was the McFarlane cover, and I thought, you know what? I like his Batman. He draws Spawn. That's default to the McFarlane cover.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought it was pretty good, so get it. All right, what you got, Patrick?
Before I jump over, speaking of crossovers, I meant to mention this last week, and it totally slipped my mind.
Okay.
When I was talking about Batman and Daredevil both being done by Chip Zdarsky, there's a perfect crossover right there.
Yeah.
Although it seems like Marvel and DC aren't looking to work with each other these days. But anyway, this week,
I got a question for you. What do you guys think Iron Man and Batman are more similar, or Daredevil and Batman are more similar?
Well,
I would
Daredevil and Batman, I'd say.
Yeah, if you're going Daredevil and Batman, then I'd say that. If you're going Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark, then maybe they compare a little bit more.
Okay, that's why I think they compare more, because Iron Man's a billionaire that uses, his money to make himself powerful in certain ways, and Batman obviously does the same thing. But Daredevil has abilities, but I understand, Daredevil's very detective-y and acrobatic, and kind of, other than his sonar, he's pretty normal, not really powerful guy. So I understand the correlation there, but I think it's more Iron Man. That's why I figured you guys would both say Daredevil, because I've always said in my opinion, Iron Man's more similar to Batman.
Well, I'd say Batman's more Batman. He's not really Bruce Wayne. He's Batman.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. All right, on to you, Pat. Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't catch that little glimpse. I got Fantastic Four #1, the new series. Turn off my ugly mug so I can.
Didn't you review this already?
No, I did not. I reviewed the Full Circle original graphic novel by Alex Ross.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Alex Ross is on cover duty initially for this new volume of Fantastic Four by writer Ryan North and artist Iban Coelho.
Gotcha.
This came out last month. I just received it in my shipment last weekend. And again, this is Fantastic Four #1, Legacy number 694. So those people over at Marvel, they just always know how to get you, because issue 7, of course, will be issue number 700.
And
so, of course, they've done this. They just did this with Daredevil. They did it with Spider-Man. I mean, don't you think it would be more special if they just padded out the previous volume a couple more issues so the big anniversary issue coincide with the new #1.
Yeah, definitely. That would make more sense to me. Absolutely. Yep.
And would also get the numbering on even terms. It just annoys me right now how random issue 7 is, well, there's a little more serendipity here because 7 coincides with 700, but that hasn't been the case with some of the other books. But anyway, the review.
It's a way for them to put out a $20 issue, though. That's for sure.
Yes, exactly. So this is a pretty easy book to review because not a lot really happened here. And I find this curious why this was decided how to start out a brand new #1 issue, because the only member of the Fantastic Four in this issue is the Thing.
Sure.
You can kind of Alicia, she's along with Ben here for the story, but basically they get stuck in a time loop. We've seen stories, we've seen TV shows a million times, where people spend countless hours, days stuck in this time loop trying to solve the time loop. Nothing really new here. In fact, it gets kind of irritating because in a TV show you don't realize you in your mind you're not thinking about the dollars and cents that you're paying to see the same scene over and over again, whereas in a comic you're like, hey, I just read 3 pages with the exact same artwork. So it kind of, I don't think it works as well in comics as it does as a visual medium on TV or movies.
Okay.
It's a pretty simple time loop story that Ben and Alicia have to solve. And then the big thing, there's some sort of sentimental Pixar Up moments when they finally solve the time loop. I thought it was kind of a rip off on that too, but the story, I don't know. There's a lot of humor that does not hit for me in this book. I think they're going for a lot of jokes, and I just don't think they pay off very well. There was one bit of trivia that they use as a joke that I thought was kind of funny. I'll leave that to the readers to try to discover that, but it goes back to old timey Marvel. I mean, this book, I should mention the time loop they're stuck in is 1947.
Okay.
So that might give you a clue when you read the book as to the sort of inside Marvel joke.
Is it an inside Marvel joke or an inside Fantastic Four joke?
Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah. The artwork is okay. I'm not real familiar with this artist, Ibon Coelho. Unfortunately, a lot of my opinions on Fantastic Four, sort of as far as the artwork goes, comes down to if the artist can draw the Thing the way I picture him in my head. And I have this guy, I sort of have a problem with it. Thing's head is too elongated for me. It's okay. Maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe he'll get used to it. I mean, he's just fresh on the series. Maybe he's developing his style a little bit here. And then the other thing too is Alicia looks like a 16-year-old. It's really kind of jarring to me. She's very tiny and she dresses like a teenager, and it didn't work for me. So you kind of add all these things up, and I will say before I give my final thought, they're also pulling what the Amazing Spider-Man book is doing, where everybody sort of has it out for Peter, but we don't know what Peter did. The same thing's happening here. Something happened with the Fantastic Four, particularly could have been Reed Richards, where a portion of New York was destroyed, and we don't know exactly what happened, and they're doing the same kind of thing. I think they're going to drag it along for, who knows how many issues before they finally reveal what happened, especially because this book was only focusing on the Thing. I feel like it's going to be, focusing on character after character after character until we finally discover what happened, and then maybe bring them all together. Maybe that's Ryan North's plan here all along, to get you a little more engrossed in each individual character, then merge them all back at the end. But for start off a series, I don't think it was a wise choice. And like I said, the humor kind of was so, and the art decent, but don't love the way he's drawn the thing. So for now, I'm a Fantastic Four fan, but I am gonna go with undecided, because I need to see more of what this writer artist team has in store.
Okay.
I think as far as the art goes, I haven't looked into this yet. As soon as we're done with the show, I'm going to pull my copy and have a look. When you put Alex Ross on the cover, it doesn't really help the interior artist too much.
Right.
But then also he's using the style, I think, or at least the color palette that he used in that the book he reviewed.
Yep, the full circle, definitely. And I've seen, I know, Mike, you spotlighted some of the solo. Coincidentally enough, they're doing solo variant covers of the Fantastic Four, and he's using that exact same style. Even though I think he's more like those individual covers are more black and white, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly. But these main Alex Ross covers are definitely in that style he used for that graphic novel.
I actually got.
I think they're okay.
Sorry, Mike.
I said I like it.
Yeah. I actually got my DCBS order. I just kind of glanced over it. I didn't really look through it too much, and I saw what I thought was Full Circle, because that cover is so similar. But it's probably the Fantastic Four #1. So,
I mean, that's maybe a saving grace. If the story, you didn't love the story, at least you got a cool Alex Ross cover out of it.
Yeah. Right. All right, what do you got, Mike?
Well, I did not review Spawn Batman.
Oh, hold on, Mike. I'm sorry. It's not your turn. Tyler, what do you got?
For what I read?
I thought we do a circle like this.
No, I always, we talked about that before. I always do it like this, like if you're reading a book, you go left to right, but it should be a circle. Okay, Tyler, it's not your turn. Go read a book while Mike reviews his.
I read 4 books this week.
Oh, wow. Okay. I can't wait to hear it. Mike, it's your turn now.
All right, we're going that way. All right. I
We'll
read
go clockwise like a board game order. I get it. That's
Yeah.
I'll not forget that again. Sorry.
board game. I read Junkyard Joe #2.
Okay, awesome.
This came out last month, November 16th. I just got around to getting my copy read. Jeff Johns is the writer. Gary Frank is the artist. And, Gary Frank is just phenomenal in this. So, in issue #1, we're focused more Vietnam. Yeah, I think it was Vietnam and not World War I. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Anyway, it was more about Muddy's creation of the comic strip Junkyard Joe, and now this is current modern times.
Okay.
So that's some example of the artwork, and Muddy Davis is retiring from the funny papers, so his final strip of Junkyard Joe is being run, and we just see that he's extremely lonely now. One of the most striking parts of showing how lonely he is his wife's unused coffee cup. So we can tell that he's no longer alive.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty interesting way to show it.
Yeah.
But he's got some, Muddy's got some new neighbors moving in, and it's a husband and wife, I think about 3 or 4 kids, and one of them's named Emily. They talk about how she may find Muddy and his history of Junkyard Joe interesting. I think she's an artist, so I think that's going to be what connects the two together. And we also get a visit from real Junkyard Joe, and here you see Muddy kind of saying that we're coming to the realization that it wasn't all in his head, that he actually is real, which I thought was cool, because I was on board. And in addition to Joe, we get some more visitors on the final pages, and they're looking for Joe. We'll leave that for everybody. But the first 2 issues of this series, it kind of feels like, you're on a roller coaster, and the first 2 issues are you getting to the top. The last page is you getting to the top. So I'm hoping issue 3 is where you start coming down that first big hill, and a lot of action starts taking place.
Okay, good way to put it. Hopefully, yeah.
So I'm hopeful. That issue comes out on the 21st, so in a few days. So maybe by the time we get a full show going, I'll have that issue read as well. This is definitely it's a get. The artwork's phenomenal. The writing is really well done. It's Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. They are both really well at they're good at what they do. And what I also like is the back of it. We've got the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans, contact information for the United States, and then Veterans Aid for the UK. I really like how the back of each book, they have some stuff for veterans in there.
Yeah, that's definitely awesome. That's the biggest reason I bought it. I don't know if I'm even going to get around to reading them, but I'm subscribed. So
yeah, it's well worth a read. It's one of those things that it's a quick read. It's not a lot to not a lot to take in. They're not difficult. So it's definitely a get.
Okay, awesome. All right, Tyler, you got any graphics, or you just want to talk about what you read?
Well, I don't have any graphics.
Okay.
But I read Venom.
In the future, just let you know we're a visual show, so get those graphics in, okay?
Let me get those graphics.
Yeah.
I technically have them all right behind me.
Okay, yeah, just show one. Which one are you talking about? Show which one you're going to talk about.
I read 4. I was just going to give a summary of all 4.
Oh, are they all the same title?
Yeah, it's Venom Lethal Protector. I made it through 1 through 4 this week.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I kind of heard your mini review. We read your mini review.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. In the first issue, it starts off Venom is separated from Spider-Man because they agreed to be on mutual friendly terms. Because apparently Venom saved someone that Spider-Man loves. Can't remember who it said it was in the book. But then Venom decides to be kind of a good guy, but he needs to find a new place to live. And then while he's roaming the cities, he finds some bad guys that are robbing an old lady and a group of people, but he's killing them. And Spider-Man doesn't like that, so he comes to fight Venom to prevent him from killing people, but he doesn't realize that he's actually saving someone innocent. And then obviously Venom's mad that Spider-Man came back after their agreement to be away from each other. And then so Venom runs away and Spider-Man's on the hunt for him. And then he falls through the ground, actually, and he thought he went forward in time or something, but it was actually just an underground city. And these diggers from this guy named Roland Treese is on the hunt for this city because he thinks they have riches. There was an earthquake 100 years ago, and all these people fell underground, and then instead of making it back up top, they created their own society.
So this society is advanced. That's why Venom thinks it's in the future?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
So since Spider-Man can't find Venom, he goes to Eddie's dad, Eddie Brock, to try and get some insight of where he might go or learn about his past. And then Venom thinks he found his new home with all these abandoned people underground, but they rejected him because he's so violent with what they saw him fighting these big machines. But most of the civilians in the place, they liked Venom because he saved them technically. But the board, the leaders, rejected him. So he went on the run. But then, so Venom, in order to get approval he's hoping that if he goes after Roland Treese and these digger machines, that he'll gain approval from the city. And he actually gets, while he's on the hunt, he actually gets an invite from, oh man, what's his name? Carlton Drake, to go to their headquarters. And Carlton Drake is the actual leader of this digger institution. And so Venom accepts the invite to their headquarters because he just wants to get close to them. He thinks he'll just automatically overpower them and then be able to kill Treese and Drake. But then it was a trap, obviously. When Venom got to the building, they put up firewalls to trap Venom. And meanwhile, all this is happening. I'm kind of pushing through it a lot. He's fighting these diggers, and then Treese has what's called the jury, and Eddie Brock and Venom killed his son a long time ago, so that's why he's going after Venom.
Okay.
Sorry, going back and forth a little bit here, but my memory. But yeah, he's fighting them and getting his butt kicked the whole time. That's why he wanted to accept the invite to get to the headquarters and just kill Drake and Treese alone. But yeah, it was a trap. They put up firewalls and like sound barriers to keep Venom in prison, technically. And then Drake like siphoned a piece of Venom off of his body and mutated his symbiote to create Scream. And then
hold on. So this is like a Scream origin story? I thought Scream's been around for a bit.
No, this is number 4 is the first appearance of Scream.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't mention which issues I was on while I was talking, but
Well, that's okay.
This is all 1 through 4.
Yeah, we'd assume that. Yeah, it's running 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So yeah, he siphoned the symbiote off and created Scream, and then Spider-Man fought Scream while he's still searching for Venom. And then
how did they cross paths? Did Scream go up to New York, or did Spider-Man?
Yeah, they wanted to test out Scream's abilities. They didn't even give us what subject or person that was using it. She just appeared. But they wanted to test her out to see what she could do. So they sent her out to terrorize the city. And Spider-Man showed up.
Gotcha.
And then so Spider-Man followed her into the Drake's foundation, the Life Foundation. And then at the end of 4, they showed all 5 of them, the Lasher, Agony, Riot, and Phage. So they just kept mutating.
So 1 through 3 is just a focus on Venom, but then number 4's got not only all of the symbiotes, but then Spider-Man in it as well.
Yeah, Spider-Man's in all of them.
Oh, he is in the first 3 too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. While Venom, it's kind of doing a side story on both. While Venom's doing his thing, Spider-Man's on the hunt.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, that sounds pretty cool. What do you think? What did you think?
I think it's pretty sick. I love
it. 6 not a rating, so it's a must-have. Get it, undecided, forget it, or hard pass. What is it?
Must have.
Must have. Whoa! All right, guess I'm gonna go buy it.
It's right up Tyler's alley.
I'll work on my storytelling.
That's pretty good. No, that was fine. I was tracking for the most part.
The only thing I want isn't this is past continuity though, right? Isn't that one of these miniseries taking place in the past?
No. What do you mean past continuity? Like it's
they're doing a lot. Yeah, they're doing a lot of these limited series where they're revisiting the past out of continuity. So
these were made in May of '93.
Yeah, this is the initial Lethal Protection.
Yeah, this is the
actual vintage
Yeah, it's the OG
1993.
Lethal Protector. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
I wasn't tracking that part either, too. I'm glad you asked that, Pat. I was thinking this was but the new Venom actually, that's the only Lethal Protector. There isn't a volume 2 of Lethal Protector.
There is
right?
a volume 2 right now. It just ended a couple months ago.
Oh, okay. That's why it was especially confusing for me. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
But this is the
I thought
volume
I
1.
mentioned this was volume 1. Yeah.
Gotcha.
This
We
is
have
the
had some
original.
volume issues in recent episodes. I'm not sure exactly what happened there either, so we won't go there. But or who had that issue?
Yeah.
It was me. Anyway, did you guys check out the website? How I mocked myself a little bit on there? I was telling you about that.
Yeah.
I haven't been on the website today.
Did you get a belly laugh from it, Pat? Right?
Yeah, it was good.
Thanks. All right, but that was good though. Oh, hey, got a Johnny.
And since these books are so old, I might be telling people a story that everybody's listening to already knows.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you, Johnny, as well.
Yep. Merry Christmas, Johnny.
Merry Christmas to you and your new family.
Yes, absolutely. And Johnny, I don't know how much you've been able to catch lately, but we're having a Christmas show. It's going to be a short show, so our families don't completely want to strangle us, but 15-minute maybe show, just doing cover combat on Christmas and on New Year's. So
Yep.
Hope to see you at one of those.
Yeah, be fast.
All right. So we got Get It, Undecided, Get It, and a must-have. Nice. This is a good Get It or Forget It episode. All right. Pat is on deck. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Apparently I'm not. I thought I was. Okay, here we go.
Let me get coffee.
What'd you say, Mike?
He's gone. He went to get coffee.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Karen chimed in while we were away as well. Merry Christmas to Karen as well.
Merry Christmas, Karen. Thanks for tuning in all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be blessed with the presence of Karen and Tyler next week, so they'll be able to be on the show for a minute next week as well. So
Awesome. I'm glad Tyler's here this week because I got some. I'm sure he can give me some input. Hopefully, he's still around. So
nice. Tyler, you still here? No? Yes? He went to get coffee too. Okay, it's just my face.
there were some Star Wars reveals this week, some exclusives, couple vintage, couple Black Series, Art Commander Blitz from the Clone Wars.
Nice.
Is that 20 years? 20 years of what? Attack of the Clones?
Clone Wars?
I think the Clone Wars cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any comments on Commander Blitz? Fan of Commander Blitz, Tyler?
I mean, it's cool. I'm not a TVC collector,
Gotcha.
but I appreciate it.
Well, what I will say is I love about that is that his helmet's removable. Love it. Love those.
I like that feature too.
I'm always bitter that they don't make these figures for both lines.
Well, give them time.
Right.
It makes things so confusing too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
because he's awesome. I'd love to have him, but obviously, it's not up my alley.
Yeah. Some more vintage collection. They just keep on milking the Boba Fett's.
Yeah, they do.
Two different comic book versions of Boba Fett in the vintage collection.
Oh, those are awesome. I love it.
Yeah, there's like 8 Boba Fett's in the Black Series as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's getting a little beyond ridiculous if you ask me.
It is a little bit, especially for the people that are buying them all.
Even Mandalorian, they keep putting different versions out of the same.
Oh, yeah, they have like 7 Mandalorians, and they all take place in different episodes of how
Right.
he makes that episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got the frog Mandalorian action figure. You know, the one with the. It's got a little frog and Grogu in one pack, in the Black Series pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I copied you though, Ty. I've got a wall in my shed with all of the Boba Fett hanging together. It looks
Nice.
pretty cool. Can't wait to see it. Yeah.
These two are also Target exclusive.
I'm so over exclusives as well.
Yeah, I know. They're a pain in the butt.
I love those cards too, though. Actually.
Yeah, they are. They're using the comic book art there.
Yeah.
To base the figure off of. They could do this forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
6-inch Black Series 40th anniversary of Lucasfilm Gamorrean Guard. I think he looks pretty good.
He looks awesome. That's one of my beefs with the Book of Boba Fett too. How the Gamorrean guards weren't carrying, bigger weapons around. So I like them with bigger weapons rather than those small. They almost even weren't axes. It was just the blade of an axe on a hilt that was just the hand size or something. It's kind of weird, but I like it stuff like this, with Gamorrean guards.
Yeah. And then this one probably will be on your list, Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Torch, Black Series gaming greats.
Did you ever solve Republic Commando yet, Ty?
I've played halfway through it.
That's something we ought to do together too. Just put it on easy and blow through it together. That'd be great.
I think actually the biggest reason I haven't solved it yet is because it's very odd on the PC because I downloaded it through Steam. And the sensitivity when you put a controller on it is very strong and you can't change it. So it makes it extra difficult just to play it in general. I was trying to push through it for the story, but it's difficult to play because it's not calibrated correctly.
Well, I've got the original version. We can just hook that up.
Yeah.
But awesome, Pat. Nice.
Yeah, moving on from Star Wars. Last week we had the Parks and Rec figures up, and we started talking about The Office, and has it surpassed The Office? And lo and behold, Super 7 announced Threat Level Midnight reaction figures this week.
That's awesome.
That is.
I'm gonna need those.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm zoomed in. I need to check all these out.
I do have a golden face pop.
Yeah. You mentioned that earlier, and I was thinking, just you wait. Here he comes.
Yep.
Good connection for the episode.
That is so hilarious. That's awesome.
These things are being made by fans of every. It's like us. If we say, okay, guys, the 4 of you need to come up with some action figures. This is the kind of stuff we come up with.
Yeah, this is like a super fan kind of line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is odd. You wonder how well they'll sell because it's based on the movie that Michael was writing, and
yeah,
it's super niche.
Yeah, it's very niche, but it's very awesome on the same.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 5 regular Office Pops now.
And
Nice.
and you wonder too, are they going to end up making straight out Office figures in the reaction line? I would say they probably will be.
Yeah, you'd hope at least. Yeah.
And just in time for Halloween, we have another in the NECA series of the Universal Monsters, Phantom of the Opera. I think he's awesome as usual. He fits right in with all their other Universal offerings. I just have 2 picks. One there, and this one shows all of the accessories and alternate heads. The weird thing I thought was, you probably noticed right away, is there's no masked head. That seems like an odd choice. But maybe they're just not showing it. I don't know why. They wouldn't be, but they continue to do a great job. Wish I had tons of space on limited funds. I'd have all these Universal monsters, but
Yeah, they're very cool. Yeah. That's the same for you too, Mike, right? Too, if you had the money on unlimited space, you'd have all these.
Yeah, I'd have all the Universal monsters and all of the Parks and Rec.
And then the big tease we teased about it. I found out I must have missed that they were doing this line, XM Studios. If you remember, we've previously talked about them. They're out of Singapore with the insanely high-priced, insanely huge, awesome statues. They're doing this is. Well, I'm going to show the first two. Like I said, I didn't know that they were doing these. They're called the DC Epic Diorama series.
Oh.
And they previously released a Wonder Woman, which was called Wonder Woman Courage, and a Batman Sanity diorama statue.
Those are awesome. Awesome.
And like I said, I hadn't seen these.
I actually think I like the Wonder Woman one better, though. The Batman gets a little busy.
Yeah, it is a little busy, I think, too.
Yeah, I don't like the way Bane is.
You say you like or don't like Mike?
I don't like. He's kind of just, I don't know, down in the cloud.
So, by the way, these are all the artwork is all by these statues are all based on it is David Finch, winner of our Wolverine X-Men cover this week. So they announced the Superman Justice diorama statue. This one alone floored me. I was like, holy mackerel. It's like you're getting, 7 statues in one, basically.
What's the size of it? Did you say the size?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Save that for last.
Gotcha.
So these are individual figures you put together on there?
Nope, they all come all together at once.
Jeez, look at that.
And the last picture is the reveal with all the specs standing next to an actual human.
Oh, geez. Nice. Oh, my God.
Yeah, almost 30 inches tall.
Man.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I just saw the prices. Holy heart attack.
2,651 US. Yeah, so like I said, these things are awesome, but man, I don't know who has the money or the space for statues like this. They're just, huge.
It's so funny. I think about when you have ones like this, it's like you'd think the people that could afford these kind of things, there's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of those whales out there, You don't imagine somebody that has the kind of money that could afford these. You'd go into their house and it would be like this big geek place. You know what I mean? It's, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the edition sizes they realize, look, we're not going to sell thousands of these.
Right.
Okay, I'm a little confused here too. So this says this is the regular edition and the ice crystal edition. So
Yeah.
what are we?
I'll show you the ice. I'll show you the ice crystal in a second. It's not as impressive, believe me.
Okay.
Yeah. So the edition we've talked about this before. It's like, how do you justify the time, money, their R&D into sculpting and designing these statues when the edition size is so small? I mean, obviously the retail price is high, but there's some kind of tipping point there where you think it's hardly worth the development of the statue and the cost of the sculpting. I don't know.
Yeah, we're either missing out on it's cheaper to make, or than we think it would, that kind of thing, and maybe less people involved. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So this is the regular edition, $299. Here is the ice crystal edition of 108, and why they're the same cost.
Not just flat. Yeah, I don't even like that.
No.
Yeah, that one's nice.
I thought the ice edition was going to be just the ice at the bottom, a little more crystal-like.
Yeah. Why you would want this one over the other one for the same cost? I don't know. The other one's much more impressive.
Definitely. I wonder if, and you may not know this, Pat, but I wonder if, these are removed. How when these kind of things come together, it's like they either all have posts in their feet or whatever, and then you kind of put it together, if
I'm
I
sure-
got what's that? I'm sorry.
I'm sure there's some of that because it's just too hard to ship something that complicated. You know, some of it has to be separate pieces.
Yeah, I would literally leave 3 or 4 of them out. Like I'd display it with some of the villains sometime, and then some of the other time, because it would look better if there weren't so many.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny though, and if you're interested, go to their website. They have, I was like, how many pictures do I show? Because there's so many characters, but they have close-ups on many of the characters, and it's like, they're individually, they're awesome, and you're getting, I thought I had counted them at one point. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8, 9 different statues, basically all in one, and they're all, there's no, they didn't just concentrate on I've seen statues like that where, your main character, is definitely the focal point, and some of the additional hangers on the background, whatever, it's not, they definitely didn't take the time and care on those supporting characters, and that's not the case here. Every one of these could stand on its own as its individual statue if you were interested in that character.
Right.
So it's just
Yeah.
it's impressive.
Yeah.
But I don't foresee this under my Christmas tree anytime soon.
Yeah.
But that was it for the Horizon.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Once again, bunch of stuff I'm not gonna. Although I will have those 2 Boba Fett. I will have them. They will be mine. And apparently, I need. You're muted, Ty.
Do you have the all black comic edition Boba Fett yet?
I don't.
No.
You do?
Patrick said you said you did?
No, I don't have it.
Okay.
Oh.
No,
All right. Awesome. So then you wanted to talk about a couple unique things today. I think Pat said he's got one too, but you wanted to go through that, right, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, wait, we haven't seen this in a minute, so just think about what you're going to say. Here you go. All right, nice. All right, Mike, what do you got?
Okay, I really wanted. I have 2 pages filled with Christmas-themed comic book covers that I wanted to try to get to before Christmas, but that's not going to happen. So I streamlined it down to one 7-issue series that came out. You guys know, or have you ever thought about when the first gimmick cover came out?
No, I'm interested in hearing it though.
Yeah, it was in this series from Fawcett Publications from 1941 to 1952. They did some books called Xmas Comics. Now this is issue number 1, and the only picture I can find on what it actually looked like was this eBay listing. I posted the seller's name on there. So they're really thick, and what they are is anthology books, and they collect, each issue collects about anywhere from 3 to 5 other publications. Issue number 1 had Whiz Comics, Captain Marvel Adventures, Bullet Man, WoW Comics, and Master Comics. And they so it's all of those printed books that they take and bind in this one cover.
Huh.
So they had 7 issues from 1941 to 1952. A lot of them had Captain Marvel in them. So that's number one. And of course, they're all, Christmas themed because they're all Christmas comics.
Yeah.
Now, that number one, that eBay listing I shared there, I think they're asking like $2,900 for that.
Holy macaroni.
Yeah, so they're not cheap. Let's see. Yep, that was number two. I lost number three. It was deleted somewhere. But number four is the important one. That's the first gimmicky cover. The Xmas comics and Santa Claus is felt.
That's awesome.
So that one, I don't remember what year that one was. So that's between 41 and 52. Number five, the tree is felt. Number six, we have Santa Claus and his hat is felt. And number seven, the stocking is felt. So there's our first gimmick covers back in early 50s, late 40s. And 1 through 7, they collected multiple books.
That's awesome.
The individual books weren't Christmas comics. They just collected them at Christmas time.
Correct.
Yeah. I would have loved to have got something like that when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like, here's your Christmas present, a Christmas comics that's a collection of a bunch of other comics that aren't Christmas. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
They're all square bound and real thick like that. So that's if you want those, that's going to cost you a pretty penny.
Incidentally, you mentioned the price for number one is does the price really high for the rest as well, up to 7? Do any of them get affordable?
No, they're more affordable. The like number 4 was the first one that I ever saw anywhere, and I can't remember what it was. It was $600-700 maybe.
Jeez.
So they're all expensive, and I think it's just rarity. And
Yeah.
There's the only one that I can find on eBay right now was that issue number 1 that I shared.
Wow.
But yeah, they're pretty neat.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah, they
that.
trimmed down the Christmas comics to just that one series.
All right. Patrick, you said you had something unique you want to talk about this week for a minute.
Yeah,
too.
I'm just gonna pass since we're so long, and I was kind of gonna throw something together at the last minute, but I don't really have anything. So
Since we're long anyway, we'll
Yeah.
save it. Okay. All right, Tyler, did you have anything unique you want to talk about? He left. Okay, got it. All right, takes us to our final segment. Okay, I'm going to start with this, and this is going to kind of cover a lot of all of my segment, which is, just don't sleep on movies you never heard of that got big actors in it. It's still the end series. There's still good. There's still a lot of good mystery stuff out there that, in my opinion, is as good as the stuff you heard of because they marketed like crazy. What you got, Pat?
that was bad taking notes. I'll say 4 hosts are better than 3 hosts, except when they repeat themselves 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Mike?
This really isn't a note. It's just an observation. Every time you show one of those videos, I don't know why it singles me out, but it always says Mike muted. I don't know why it always mutes just me. Anyway,
It mutes me too.
it doesn't say-
Mike muted. Okay, got it. Never mind. I get it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Mike muted. Very funny, Mike.
Yeah, cue the cricket.
Yeah, I need that crickets. Tyler, you got a recap thought for the show?
Some people think negative space covers are cool, and others don't.
It's very true. Trade dress is better than virgin variants.
Yep. Volume numbers continue to confuse and confound us.
True.
Why does that confuse you guys so much?
You know, we should have just let Tyler actually go back and get the book, and that would have cleared up everything immediately. He went for it, but then he stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're all on my wall right there.
Well, no, it's confusing because you're reviewing a Lethal Protector and you didn't say it's volume 1, so we all assumed it was volume 2. Then that's what made Patrick
I said it. No one
ask.
just heard it, I guess.
I don't think I'll isolate it and I'll prove you wrong next week. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Mike?
Patrick took better notes than I did. When I open my window, it fixes everything.
Okay. Tyler?
What?
You got another recap?
There's too many Boba Fett's.
Nice. See, that's a good one. Good thought. I'm going to just throw out that Marvel Comics 1000 is going to be the Cover Combat 2 champ.
I'm going to throw out that I'm not so sure about that.
Okay.
I'll kind of piggyback there and say I probably won't be voting for that book.
Oh, man.
I never thought that I would tire of seeing Art Germ covers or even Art Germ Catwoman covers, but I'm there. Until the next one, and I'll be like, oh, that's such a great cover.
All right, Ty, you got a last one? Anybody else got one? I'm sending on this. 5 Catwoman is apparently the threshold of too many. All right, so we close.
5 Venoms.
What's that?
I didn't even submit 5 Venoms.
Yeah, how many Venoms were there, Pat?
I can't,
I
At
thought you
least
had all
3. I don't know if there's 4. Maybe there's 4.
Go ahead and wrap it up. By the time you're done, I'll have that information.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Okay. Here we go. Please like and comment on this video. And this week, I really wanted to stress, please like this video, because none of our likes, even on our top videos where we get, into the hundreds, even cross like 10 likes. I'm not sure exactly what video has the highest amount of likes, but please, if you're watching this, just give us a like. We'd appreciate it. Comment, that'd help us out as well. And of course, subscribe and hit the bell to get our notifications because you never know what time we're going to start. Please subscribe to XcellarComics. Please subscribe to Comics and Collectibles in the Crawl Space on Anchor by Spotify or many other podcast providers. And please listen to an edited podcast of this live stream on Spotify that will be posted later today or tomorrow. Follow XcellarComics on Facebook, Instagram, and or Twitter, and follow Xcellar_comics on TikTok and whatnot. Watch our show on the Whatnot app on Friday, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and actually was on time last week. Had a pretty decent show. We got a new high bidder in the mystery short box. So that was exciting. So you can bookmark that show right now. It's listed 10:30 Eastern Standard Time Friday. And check out what we have to offer at Xcellar_comics on eBay and XcellarComics.com. That's getting updated well, and I really like checking it out with the updates. This is a team effort. And lastly, watch the next live stream of this show next Sunday. Yes, on Christmas Day at 1:15. Yes, we're doing a 15-minute show, a 15-minute max show. But we just didn't want to wait until the new year to continue Cover Combat 2 because we're also excited about it. So literally next week, 1:15 p.m.-ish Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time, we will just do the Cover Combat segment, essentially. So a short Sunday show as That's coined that phrase. And then we'll do the same thing on New Year's Day. And then I wanted to just remind too, and I got a picture here to show. What's up, Maddie?
Hello.
I want to show you this. So it is the 75th anniversary Vibranium collection, like you said.
There you go.
Yeah.
Much
This
more
is up for grabs for the next 3 weeks only. If you predict what the final champ, the winner of Cover Combat 2, you have the next 3 weeks to predict, and everybody, every cover only gets one prediction. So first come, first serve. You predict it. It isn't an option for someone else to pick. Whoever gets it right, once Cover Combat 2 finishes, gets this. And it's really moot though anyway, because I'm going to keep it because Marvel Comics 1000 is going to win. That's my prediction. That is the only one that is off the board at this point, I'm assuming. Actually, we got a comment. Let's see if it's another prediction. Oh, no. Mom just threw in that the book is huge. It is huge, Mom. And it's really heavy. I'll let you try to pick it up when you come down for Christmas.
That was there prior to your reveal, so I'm not sure what she was commenting on. And
it was.
If I were Michael Scott, I probably wouldn't comment. So.
She probably was she was commenting on your statue probably.
Probably, that's what I figured, yeah.
But she said Merry Christmas to us as well, so.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. So make sure to check us out next week. Get involved with Cover Combat. Vote on who you think should win weekly. And that's what's cool about the contest, predicting the champ. You basically can influence yourself winning by voting on that cover every week. And it's a lot of fun. We all have a lot of fun. So, not only comment, but then share it with your friends, get people involved. If we could just get millions of people involved on the Cover Combat, imagine that, Mike. You get millions of votes. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's crossed my mind a few times because this time we had a lot of participation. So, it would be awesome, but I'd probably need help.
Yeah, okay. We'd be more than happy to do that, I'm sure, as well. So,
get out your abacus.
Yeah. All right. Once again, Tyler, thanks for stopping by and being with us too, as well. So,
of course.
Real quick, 5 is the magic number, Tyler.
I had 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Venom covers out of 8.
Oh, I submitted 8. Yeah. That sounds right. I was thinking I submitted 6, and I remembered the couple that I didn't.
Well, the cat's out of the bag. Apparently, all the Venom covers were Tyler.
I mean,
everybody knows.
Did anybody even wonder?
Yeah, that's true. We try to fake the funk, though, of course.
Right. Yeah.
There was a curveball on there, though. You stole a Carnage from me.
Yeah, you would have technically had 6. That's a Venom cover. I mean, it's just a red Venom. I mean, Carnage. That's why. That's why Carnage is lame. He's just red Venom.
Get out.
Just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Anyway, thank you for being here. Sorry we were late. Sorry it was such a long show. I hope you enjoyed it, although as much as we did. And until next time, don't forget that appreciating great art is awesome and reading a great story is fun. So why not pick up a comic book and do both? Xcellar out.